Hey, I'm not. Hey, everybody, welcome in, welcome in. Thank y'all so much for coming in, y'all. I'm gonna hold off on the music right now. I'm still getting some things together, and I'm still waiting for the trial to start. So, y'all just hang tight in there again. Everybody, welcome in.
Hey yo, great vibes on 10. True squad in the building. Mr. Clean, Candy Cane, Aloe Vera, Butter Pecan, Ronnie Webb, Danger Bun, and Loretta Von Lux. Everybody, everybody sing it loud. Everybody sing it loud. Everybody sing it loud. Great vibes on 10. Everybody sing it loud. Great. Yeah. The van keeps rolling, got the team all set. Chasing down the facts on the internet. Everybody talking, everybody got a claim. But we pull up looking deeper than the fame. Candy cane swinging that candy cane high. Walking through the chaos with a sparkle in the eye. Sweet on the surface, but she call out a lie. Got receipts in the pocket, watch the stories all collide. Mr. Clean in the middle with the game plan tight. Keeping everybody focused when it turns into a fight. Great vibes on 10, that's the motto every night. Bringing calm to the madness underneath the spotlight. Great vibes on 10.
For the win, let the celebration begin.
True squad rolling and we're doing it again.
Hands up high, let the disco ball spin.
Great vibes on 10. Great vibes on 10. For the win, Candy Cane, Aloe Vera, Butter Pecan in the mix. Ronnie Webb,
Danger Bun,
and Loretta, dropping hits. Great vibes on 10. Yeah, we turning up the room. Scammers get nervous when they hear we're coming soon.
great vibes on 10.
For the win,
That's the slogan we defend. Truth over fiction and we're riding to the end.
Aloe Vera cool when the drama gets hot. Smooth like a breeze when the rumors get caught. Everybody panicking, everybody losing track. She brings the conversation right back to the facts. Butter Pecan steady, never rushing the case. Looking at the details, everybody misplaced. Quiet with the wisdom, always keeping the pace. Then she drops one question and it changes the whole race. Ronnie Webb riding through the storm with style. Got a sharp intuition and a confident smile. People tell stories, she can listen for a while. Then she finds the missing pieces hidden under every pile. Loretta Von Lux, now Loretta Von Lux. Walking in designer flair, gold hoops in her ears and highlights in her hair. Luxury coat swinging while she surveys the scene. Spot a fake story quicker than you ever seen. Tiny little diva, but her instincts are elite. She can sniff out contradictions from a mile down the street. Gucci on the shoulders, confidence on max, while she's quietly collecting every piece of every fact. She don't gotta shout, she don't gotta bark. One look from Loretta and she's already found the mark. When the scammers start sweating and the stories don't match, Loretta's already smiling cause she solved another catch. Like flat,
Crowd jump,
music hitting hard.
truth hunters.
Fact checkers never dropping guard.
Everybody dancing while we're putting clues together. Searching through the nonsense no matter what the weather.
Danger bun. Hopping through the comments every day. Little bunny energy, but she's leading the way. Hashtag save the bunnies, yeah, you know what she'll say. Then she'll uncover 3 mysteries before the end of the day. Curly ears bouncing, got determination strong. When the trail gets complicated, she keeps moving along. People think it's funny till she proves the rumor wrong. Then the whole room singing to the Danger Bun song. Great vibes on 10.
For the win, let the celebration begin.
True squad rolling and we're doing it again.
Hands up high, let the disco ball spin.
Great vibes on 10. Great vibes on 10. Mr. Clee holding center, keeping everything alive. Candy Cane and Aloe Vera always searching what they'll find. Butter Pecan, Ronnie Webb, Danger Bun on the run. Loretta Von Lux in designer shades, making fact, checking fun. Great vibes on 10.
True squad to the end. Searching through the fiction, letting real stories win.
Great vibes on 10.
For the win,
That's the slogan we defend.
truth over fiction and we're riding to the end.
The van keeps rolling, the music keeps glowing, the truth keeps showing. True squad moving. Mr. Clean, Candy Cane, Aloe Vera, Butter Pecan, Ronnie Webb, Danger Bun, Loretta Von Lux. Everybody singing loud.
For the win, for the win, for the win. True squad in the house.
Great vibes on 10. Great vibes on 10.
Day 4. Y'all, welcome in. Good to see y'all back in the building. This your boy, Great Vibes on 10 for the win. Everybody, welcome back in, y'all. This is day 4 of this twisted ass, no sense having ass, preliminary bullshit that we've been dealing with all week long. Again, y'all, welcome back to the live stream. YouTube welcome in, TikTok welcome in, Rumble welcome in. It's good to see all y'all beautiful faces and profile pictures and stuff and yeah, stuff back in the house. Um, listen, I really hope today they come with some type of uh evidence to prove that Tyler Robinson or Robinson, however you pronounce his name, that he's uh uh you try to prove that this guy is guilty for taking out Charlie Kirk. So far the evidence that you brought forward, I guess you trying to prove to the courts, hey, we need to take this to trial, was a few things that caught my attention here. Queen Momo, how you doing? Thank you so much for the hand hearts. A few things that caught my attention. So they brought up this blanket, this rag, this black rag that this weapon was wrapped in. And they said they found a few prints on it. Not one, not two, but three. According to the forensic lady out of I think she said she was out of West Virginia or something, or New York. I don't know, can't remember. It's not important to me. And then she eliminated one of them, narrowed it down to two. I guess one of them supposed to be Tyler Robinson, and the other was supposed to be his lover, allegedly. Now, my question is, why is his prints on this towel? What the towel, not yet, what y'all see above in that little square box with Tyler Robinson's face right here, it's live. So we're waiting for, them to come in. Anyway, that's the only thing that they have so far. And also they're talking about this confession note. This Discord message that they try to maybe make it publicized. I mean, public, the full text of it, or if they try to, or they want to keep, most of it behind closed doors or different things like that. That was most of the hearing though yesterday. It was bullshit, right? But again, the defense here is not looking.
Now at Whataburger, you can get the new Big Ranch.
It's not looking good at all on the defense side, if you ask my opinion, because again, nothing about this preliminary hearing is making sense. Police officers can't keep their stories together. The FBI agents, it's just like they pulling shit out of their ass, and I'm really being honest here. So again, what you want the public to think? You publicizing this hearing? What else you want? What else do you want us to to get out of this? Now, you do have people that alleges that, hey, it's enough evidence here to take this to trial, and put Mr. Tyler behind bars for the rest of his life, or again, they try to seek the death penalty. But again, all of this is still in the air. All right, and I'm going to say allegedly with everything. Let me do this real quick. You said Candace was going off on X on yesterday. Shit, I didn't even when I tell you cause today is it's gonna be a pretty long day today. So let's see what Golden Rule wrote real quick. I wasn't going to bring people up just of yet, but let me see what she wrote real quick. If there you go, Golden Rule, how you doing?
Hey,
Hey.
I hate to interrupt. I'm gonna be real quick, and I know that you're not covering this right now because you're on this case, but I just wanted to tell you to check your TikTok messages. I've been sending you a lot of stuff on the Cider case, and you gotta tell me, you gotta say, Golden Rule, stop sending me all that crap if you don't want me to send it to you. But I was in a live with her brother the other day,
Okay.
and it's it's a
Okay,
little crazy.
I
So
got
yeah,
you.
just check your messages.
I would definitely will check my message. I do apologize again. You know we've been live streaming this all weekend. It's been some long ass hours, so I
Oh yeah,
will
you're busy. I get it.
I would definitely check the messages on that.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. That's
Bye.
great information. That is great information. Again, thank y'all for looking out for your boy GV. So again, as y'all see right here, it's live and we're waiting for them to get started. All of this is live. All right. So again, if whatever y'all decide, if y'all want to send some gifts, go ahead and do it now. Get that out the way. Y'all know yesterday we were they hit the platform twice on yesterday. And again, yes, I am putting the platform on the line, TikTok only, for streaming this. But again, we gotta. We started talking about this last year. We covered it last year when it happened. So I owe you all this. So again, y'all don't forget to hit the gift gallery. Don't forget to y'all, let's start knocking that live goal out. And again, y'all, let's be proactive in the chat. Let's keep the engagements. Y'all, I'm sorry, I'm a little stopped up. Let's keep the engagements up. And y'all just look out for your boy GV, all right? Good to see everybody coming in on YouTube, and also good to see everybody coming in on Rumble. So again, man, I really appreciate y'all. Honey Nut Cheerios. Honey Nut Cheerios. Honey Nut Cheerios. I just see that in the chat, If you see the follow button at the top of your screen, please click that follow button. I just see Honey Nut Cheerios. I just see the Honey Nut Cheerios,
Mom,
Yes, honey?
Dad told me that Cheerios is good for your heart. Is that true?
Says here that Cheerios has whole grain oats that can help remove some cholesterol, and that's heart healthy.
I really that didn't do what I wanted to do. Hold on. Wait. Let me find it. I mean, hell. Oh, yeah. Here it is. Yeah. Hey, Miss M.
The taste of nuts and honey, Mr. Scrooge.
Come back. Better things to do.
Oh, Mr. Scrooge, Honey Nut Cheerios, it's Christmas.
My customary gruel will suffice, thank you.
Yeah, but Honey Nut Cheerios blends golden honey and crunchy
I
nuts.
said, didn't you say honey and nuts?
Merry Christmas, Mr. Scrooge.
Welcome in, Honey Nut Cheerios, and thank you for following the channel. I really appreciate you coming in here. I know your ass is fucking lying. Man, everybody give a shout out to BG, man. She coming in here throwing planes and shit, throwing Air Forces in here.
Keeping everybody focused when it turns into a
Appreciate it,
fight. Great
BG.
vibes
That's-
on 10. Every night bringing calm to the
That's what I'm
masses
talking
underneath the
about.
spotlight. Great vibes on 10.
For the win, let the celebration begin.
True squad rolling and we're doing it again.
Hands up high, let the disco ball spin.
Great vibes on 10. Great vibes on 10. For the win. Candy cane, aloe vera, butter pecan in the mix. Ronnie Wet.
Danger Bun.
Man, shout outs to BG for coming in, throwing out plays and shit. Listen, I'm trying to miss him. I really am. I'm trying to wake myself up. I really am, because this is going to be a long day today. Dangerous, how you doing, sweetheart? Let me BG to do me a favor and drop something in the chat. Like, hey GV, how you doing? You said, did I eat first? Hell no. What right when I cut my phone on to set the live up, something thing came across my phone. It was some dude talking about he eat ass. I said, well, that's a good way of having a good breakfast. Ass eat breakfast. Aaron, how you doing, sweetheart? You said, what's that? I just let's see. Uh-huh. You said, what's the status on our case? GV, did you eat your Wheaties? I ate some and shitted that shit out. Listen, well, hell, while we're waiting, again, this is live. While we're waiting, do anybody want to come up in the box and ask you the questions about what was discussed this week about the case? Anybody, real quick? Real quick, the box is open. Let's do this real quick. Anybody? Going once? You know, I mean, y'all, listen. I mean, if you want to discuss it, if you think Charlie, I mean, if you think, we're gonna be real quick with this, you know, discuss what happened, you know. But you know, we don't know what to do about it, so we're gonna talk about this case and everything. When this song get done playing, we're gonna talk about it. So yeah, this motherfucker long as hell. Dangerous, how you doing?
Hello, how you doing? How you doing? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What you got? What questions do you have?
I just want to know. Wait, am I echoing?
No, it's just a lot of noise in the background.
That's my nephew. Don't worry about it. Um, it was the man who said it was the bodyguard who said that he took over the whole hospital for me. You think he was trolling? You think he was paid to say that because you telling me? He the only one that grabbed that man. He the only one that had him in the back of the car. He the only one that used his. Okay, so a lot of people kept saying in the comments they were saying like, oh, why did not he have security? Well, allegedly he told the security guard that he did not want police presence. He wanted to have a more personal experience up close and personal. So that was from the second bodyguard. I don't know if you showed that yet, but it was just the fact that he said that, it was him who was trying to revive him, and then when he got to I'm gonna shut up now.
Keep talking.
It was just the principle because again, a lot of people was like, well, how come when he so Candace Owens was doing a lot of scenes from side to side to side.
Okay.
And the question that a lot of people asked was how come if in fact it exploded in the front, why did he turn and fall to the sides? So obviously we have to go against AI at this point because a lot of stuff that's, logic to our eyes, we don't know if that's the true thing, but did you see that video? Like 2 weeks after Zion, Papito, tone it down. Did you see that video 2 weeks after he was allegedly unalive, where they reconstructed and did construction over the whole site?
Yeah. Again, I mean, it was very shortly thereafter. They took up the grass and cemented the area. Um, and I never seen anything like that, especially with a crime scene this massive on a high profile person. What they should have done is they should have secured the area until all the investigations were done. But the investigation barely got started, and they went ahead and covered that up, clean. If they had to clean the Hall of Flags area, they did that. Again, like yesterday we was talking about, they and day before, they allegedly, sold the SUV that Charlie Kirk was transported in, because that right there had potential evidence in it. So just everything about it is just is you know if you were listening to Monday and Tuesday, listening to the Feds speak, you could tell that they was trying to pull some shit out of their asses, because their statement doesn't match the the framework of the crime.
Yeah, the procedures and the protocols, it didn't match the crime itself. Just how everything. My whole thing was, I've been on this for almost a year and a half now, and allegedly the father was the one who turned his son into the feds because the pew pew that was mentioned, he was like, oh, that's my son. There were letters that were written before where the son said that he was allegedly going to do something like this. And also, my whole thing was it made no sense from him being on the roof. Only one person saw it. How come the SWAT? You just said this, what, almost a month ago when it came to what Tori was saying, that if in fact there was, say, um, an assassin, right? Or a ninja. There would be SWATs coming in, not a one man wonder working wonder. And then you're up on top of the roof. Only one person saw it. And then you telling me this man had enough time to go across the street, go watch TV in the same outfit and get something to eat four
Well,
miles up the street?
again, if you look at it, I mean, I don't want to put out false information because I'm still looking into that part. Um, when in a video that they played
Did he? Don't clock me. Okay?
in
It's called exaggeration. Hush.
in the video that they played on Tuesday, when they
Hmm.
was when they showed Tyler walking through the parking lot and walking
Hmm.
up and down the stairs, with the limp. They said it looked like probably like maybe a long gun was in his pants. Just all these allegations. Um, they it again the way they were shifting everybody's attention away from um look at it like this. If you look at Tyler, if you was to just see him in the streets, you will never think that he's some type of assassin. Again, like I said yesterday, his body language doesn't even speak that, let alone you talking about these tactical skills that he somehow possesses, right?
Well,
And it,
see, what the tactical skills, he said that they did pew pew training with his father, because was not his father military?
well,
Because they had military grade um woo woo woos, and they says that like he had been training like they do this, like go hunting and things of that nature. That's why he was so skilled with it. But it made no sense for him to have it, um, tear it down just to build it back up, just to leave it. And then my question to you, I think, was, I think I asked it in the comments. Did they say he did what he did, right? Did they capture any shell casings from that firearm? And did the firearm on the rooftop match the ones that they allegedly said matched the autopsies? That was
so
my question.
so Tuesday, do you remember when the officer when he gave his statement, he said when he went on the rooftop, searching the area, he saw a screwdriver, and
Knife.
then
Oh yeah. Hmm.
he saw a bullet
Hmm.
that and what he presumed came from a officer's weapon. And then
Hmm.
remember I broke that down, because again when the prosecutor was asking him, how do you think that bullet got there? And he said, when the officer's gun gets jammed or something like that, it'll fall out. They'll rack it out, leave it on the ground, and do things like that. But again, how the fuck you find a bullet if that came from an officer's gun? You're telling trained people like myself that their officer was in a gun battle. An officer is just not just going to rack his gun and drop his magazine if there's nothing going on, right? Most officers just pull their weapon out and just kind of keep it in low sewer while they're searching the area, especially with an active shooter case. Now, to answer your question with the SWAT, you got to realize this is on the college campus. This is a small, allegedly a town that doesn't get much traction at all. So again, the college campus only had, just their PD. The closest SWAT in the area was probably from the local PD, so you got to get them in there. But again, security, they said it was 6 officers there, well, maybe 6 to 7 officers there, um, covering this event. And then you had Charlie Kirk security. Now listen to this right here. According to the officer's statement, the police officers and Charlie Kirk security, they never had any interactions. They never did like a what you call it, a where both of the teams get together. Okay, my people is going to be here. Your people can be over there. Your people could be over here. My people is going to be wearing this. So just be on the lookout for them. If you see a gun, that's they belong to the security with Charlie Kirk. None of that happened. Did nobody know nobody? Charlie Kirk's security know the police officers and vice versa. That's according to the statement.
Now, do you think, now my other question was, did or have you heard or was there anything said about body cams? Did his team have or possess the cams? Nothing
Mo-
that you've heard either?
most
Because that was another question in the chat.
most universities officers, now they may have changed their policy now, but most universities school campuses don't have body cam. Now they're starting to switch to it, but most of them don't.
Yeah, not all. Yeah, okay.
All right. Thank
Yes,
you,
and now,
Adrian. Yeah, briefing. Thank you, Adrian, for correcting me. Yeah, you right, somebody's sister. There were no coordination between the security or law enforcement. It wasn't. Zero. And again, why is that? Now, that's what I was about to say. According to the officer's statement, when they spotted the gentleman, Mr. Tyler, walking around the parking lot and up and down the stairs, this is the officer's words. Again, I got the video. I'm going to drop the video. He said that Tyler, he said he was there 4 days scavenging the area. Tyler went up, down the stairs, walked across the parking lot, different things like that, and he met up with one of the members with Turning Point USA. I don't know if he meant to say that, but that came out of his mouth. And this was before the shooting, allegedly. So if this guy, listen, if this guy supposedly took out Charlie Kirk, why is he meeting with a member of Turning Point USA? Allegedly. You said that all happened on the same day? And I'm going to drop that video. I clipped it out.
I love these critical thinkers in here. Let's get to the video. I'm ready for it. Drop me. I love it here. Come on, let's do it.
All right,
Let's do it.
Thank you, Dangerous. Thank you so much
Here's
for that.
welcome.
Again, it's all about asking questions. Why is Tyler meeting with a member of Turning Point USA? Okay, again, it's just so many questions that we have that if they're going to get answered, we don't know. But again, you could tell based on these officers' statement that they still trying to pull some shit out of their asses. Polar,
how's it going, man?
Polar, how you doing? How old are you?
I'm 30.
Okay, all right. What you got? What questions? Well, what do you have?
Here, hang on. My audio's all jacked. Sorry about that. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What did you say?
You have anything to say?
Yeah, I was wondering what your thoughts were on the road mic theory.
That's still in the air for me. I mean, I talk about it, but it's still in the air. I mean, if you look at the physics behind Charlie Kirk's reaction towards this impact,
Right.
it doesn't speak long range firearm.
Because his shirt, the air in his shirt moves up
Yeah,
and out
it goes out.
through the
That's
neck.
correct.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
the thing that was interesting to me is, we can see it's the shattered glass in the floor of the Suburban that they were driving, or the Tahoe, whatever it was.
Right.
You in one of the images, you can see the little micro USB sign. It's like in white, and one of those glass pieces is visible on the floor.
That is correct.
So we can almost confirm that that is the road mic that had been shattered. So, like how would that get shattered in the like that's a pretty heavy duty, like that's not, someone's not going to step on that and shatter that into a million pieces.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is not a Rode microphone, but again, y'all, if anybody have, you know, a microphone for podcasting, y'all know it's very tough to break these things. Like you got to take a hammer to it.
Right.
How can we argue that? You got to put this in question. Why did they get rid of the SUV?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Why is this potential road mic is shattered all over the back seat of this SUV and also on the floorboard? Again, all of this is part of the crime scene, along with the clothing that Charlie Kirk had on.
Right.
All that is still in question. But you can't convince me that a shot from over 200 yards away, you know, did an impact like that. Let alone if the microphone is busted up, that means that bullet would have hit the microphone. But they allege that the bullet hit his neck. But how did the microphone fly over towards this bullet wound and then shatter along with
Right.
his necklace? It just doesn't make
So
sense.
the video from the back that Candace recorded, and Baron Coleman did like a 3-hour breakdown on this. But
Uh-huh.
if you go slow mo, you can see we can determine how long Charlie's necklace was, and if you go slow mo, you can measure it out and see that necklace broke as soon as he was hit. The necklace was flying backwards, and the length doesn't match up, which means that the necklace broke somewhere at his chest, around where his road microphone was at impact. So there was all this hoopla about, they had to rip Charlie's chain off, which I think was kind of a cover up. But then we look at the video that was released afterwards, and we can see that the necklace was already broken on impact.
Let me find that video again. I want to make sure I pull the video where it doesn't show the gruesome, you know what I mean?
Right. Well, from the back, you can't really see anything like that. There's no blood from that camera view, because the bullet didn't go through, and the portion that we're looking at, which is just at impact, you can't really see anything other than Charlie getting hit, but there's nothing graphic there.
Okay, so this is the one. Okay, well let's do this together. Let me switch this over to my iPad. Hold on one second. Load up. There you go. All right. Let's do this. No, we're gonna put an image. We're gonna okay. All right, there it is. I don't know why I was getting some type of feedback, but let me straighten this up. All right, let's
So it's not that, I don't think it's that video. It's the video from where
well, we're gonna show. For TikTok, because TikTok, they are very strict on what you can show and what you can't show, because I got restricted a few times for showing that other video. So
right. Well, that's from the front side, so you'll be able to see something graphic on that video.
No. We ain't gonna show that.
Okay.
I just want to see. I just wanted us to look at the his shirt's reaction, right? Right there. Okay. So right if y'all see right there how his shirt went out, again, a bullet doesn't respond like that. And
Right.
so again, look like the trial is about to start. So let's go ahead and get started on the trial. But when I open the platform back up, we'll get a little bit more in depth with it. Okay.
Just real quick before you go, there's another camera angle on to Charlie's right hand side, and if you look at that camera angle slowed down at impact, you can actually see the Charlie's skin, on the back of his neck,
Okay.
folds up and over, kind of like there's wind blowing his, from inside of his shirt up. So there's the whatever force it was, it caused Charlie's skin to fold upwards towards the back of his head from his neck, which you wouldn't see on a bullet impact like that.
We're gonna get into that. I would love to get into that. I'm gonna find that video. We're gonna pull it up. When they take the little recess, we're gonna pull it up and we're gonna talk about it. I would
Okay,
love to see
I'm gonna
that.
give you a follow here, brother. I'll see if I can get back on another time.
I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Good morning, Your Honor. Kathy Nestor, Richard Novak, Michael Burt, and Stacy Visser here for Mr. Robinson, who's seated at council table.
Good morning.
Okay, so while they're talking about one another and bringing each other in on this bullshit, we was about to watch this stupid ass bullshit that we're about to watch because it's a bullshit ass hearing. I don't know why the fuck I ass still here. But listen, while the video is playing, y'all, let's start knocking out that daily live goal. Also, if you see the follow button at the top of your screen, please click that follow button. And also share this live out, get your daily heartbeats. And y'all, that's what we was doing yesterday when the gentleman was talking. Here we go, y'all. Let's go.
Who may be present. The court is also mindful of its duty to protect and uphold the constitutional rights of both Mr. Robinson and Ms. Kirk to serve those important.
Why Miss Kirk ain't sitting up there at the front with her defense team? Because normally you're supposed to sit up front. But anyway.
Floor.
I guess she knew her ass was lying. That's why she didn't want to sit up there with them.
Counsel and support staff for the defense or the state.
Allegedly.
In this matter, or the equipment permitted under any controlling electronic media coverage order, and includes the counsel for victim representative, Ms. Kirk. I do ask the parties, the attorneys, if you will join me in turning off your ringer to ensure that we do not have any interruptions.
Yeah, because you said on Monday not to have your cell phones on in the courtroom. Tuesday, that old ass attorney that was up there talking, running his mouth, his phone went off. It rung. But that would have been one of us. Y'all would have held us in contempt, kicked us out, and locked our asses up. But he was up there at the podium trying to put his fucking phone on silent. That motherfucker was still ringing.
Spectators shall not make any audible comments of any kind, shall not shake or nod their heads, shall not otherwise make any gestures during the hearing. Spectators shall not wear or display pins, buttons, signs, clothing, or photographs expressing support for or against any person related to this case or to the status of this case as a capital offense. All right. As we begin this morning, I wish to I've taken a lot of time to think about the comments made by the parties yesterday, and there were additional briefings and a motion filed
Get that off of there. Hold
last
on.
night, and the court took the necessary time to readdress it and look at it and be prepared for this morning's proceedings. While I recognize especially how precious our time is, I also recognize that I need to be prepared for everything that's before me. And I took the time this morning to review what was filed since we adjourned yesterday until we came back on record. One of the motions filed last night was filed by Ms. Erica Kirk's attorney, and I wish to address that. And I realize that the parties may not have had a chance for defense or prosecution had a chance to respond to that. And before I address that, I wish to turn the time to you if you need the benefit of the record as it relates to what was filed by the attorney for victim representative Erica Kirk to this state.
Good morning, Your Honor. Christopher Ballard on behalf of the state. We have reviewed that filing, and we believe that it fully accords with our position in our filing this morning that publishing exhibits to the courtroom is entirely appropriate and indeed honors the victim representative's right to be present in at this hearing.
Thank you, Mr. Ballard. To defense, Mr. Novak.
I got something to say about that.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Oh,
I read
this
I read the
motherfucker.
pleading. I believe that every order that this court has made to date complies with and respects the victim's rights under the Utah Constitution. I think that the rulings that the court has made the last few days do so. And I don't believe that the issues that are presently before the court going.
Okay, I will pay money not to listen to this man speak. So again, just to catch y'all up, Erica's team, when they started talking about the Discord messages and the messages that were sent back and forth between what's his name, the guy, the I guess the trans person, I don't know, I don't want to offend anybody. When they brought that up and started discussing it, that's when Erica's team was trying to harp on that. Yes, show that to the courtroom, show this and show that. But when it came to Tyler or the weapon or different things like that, it was bone dry quiet in there. The way the officers were putting the stories together, the FBI agents, different things like that, you didn't hear that. But those little text messages, oh, they screaming about, hey, let everybody see it. Erica, what is you doing here?
Only briefly, Your Honor. I've also reviewed the submission.
I know you motherfucking lying. Chat, should I do it or should I just hit play? This is the attorney from the news media. He's not saying much. You know what? Let's do this right here. I'm going to give you a pass. When you walk in somebody's platform, be respectful. All right. You can go on YouTube and watch it yourself. All right. Be nice.
View that, even if those watching on the live stream cannot, is a meaningful victory for transparency, and we of course support that.
Thank you. All right.
Your Honor, the state would like to be heard on the briefing, briefly.
For
The briefing that was submitted last night.
all right, so I want to address the motion filed by the attorney for the victim representative, and then we'll transition to that. I'm just trying to do it incrementally so we can get it all addressed. So in regards to that, and I appreciate the position of the parties, it is important for me to hear all sides. Article 1, Section 28 of the Utah Constitution recognizes important rights afforded to victims and victims' representatives, including the right to be treated with fairness, respect, and dignity, and the right to be present and heard at critical stages of the proceedings. The court acknowledges the concerns raised in the motion regarding transparency and the ability to meaningfully observe the evidence presented during this hearing. At the same time, the court has an independent obligation to manage these proceedings in a manner that safeguards the rights of all parties. That includes honoring the rights of victims and victims' representatives while preserving the defendant's constitutional rights, including the right to a fair and impartial process. The court has considered the request that exhibits be displayed in real time to the courtroom. After careful consideration, the court determines that not all exhibits will be visually displayed to the gallery, and notes that it will use a tiered method as described. First, whether it will be admitted to the court for consideration as it relates to probable cause. Second, whether it will be displayed only to the gallery. And third, if it will be published through the camera to the public at large. This ruling is not intended to diminish the significance of the victim's representative rights or concerns. Rather, it reflects the court's responsibility to regulate the presentation of evidence in a manner consistent with the integrity of the proceedings and the fair trial rights implicated in this manner. The manner in which evidence is displayed remains in the court's discretion. That discretion must be exercised in a manner that is appropriate and appropriately balances Mr. Robinson's constitutional rights, Ms. Kirk's rights as a victim representative, and the court's obligation to conduct the proceedings that are fair, orderly, and appropriately transparent. Transparency is an important principle, but it must be maintained in a manner consistent with the constitutional rights and protections afforded to all parties. The court does not make a blanket ruling as it relates to any exhibit, and as previously stated, each exhibit will be afforded its own due in weighing whether it shall be published to the courtroom or beyond or not. And that concludes the court's ruling on that motion. All right, counsel, the last matter as it relates to the briefing, I'll hear that, and there is a slight edit to, and I'm not sure when the state wishes to publish State's Exhibit 16. So turning to the state, do you wish to be heard about the motions filed last night prior to the publication of Exhibit 16? Again, it's your choice on how you move forward. I just want to see which order you want to
go. We do want to be heard on the briefing from last night, and specifically about Exhibit 16. I'm understanding Your Honor has an additional edit to that. Is that correct?
I do, and there might be value in hearing that, so that may or may not change your positions. So let me just put that on the record, okay, and then I'll hear from you. I just want to make sure you're able to be afforded everything. So as it relates to the edits, last night, I believe it was between 6 minutes and 57 seconds and 20 minutes and 29 seconds, which is not to be played, and then 32 minutes and 55 seconds to 35 minutes and 47 seconds, which is not to be played. And I believe that what I received reflects that. And is that the understanding of the parties? Yes. All right, the state has said yes to the defense. I'm not saying if you agree with it, I'm just saying, does it reflect the timestamps?
May I have a moment?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Listen, everybody that's watching it on YouTube and Rumble, y'all do me a favor. Y'all share the live stream out. Let people know that we're streaming now. Day 4. So push it out. I really appreciate that. Again, everybody that's watching it on TikTok, welcome in. Again, if y'all see the follow button, hit the follow button at the top of your screen. Like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.
Let's just see what the court is referring to.
Well, I'm asking, did you receive a copy of the edited video?
Okay, so I'll answer that question directly. The state sent us a copy of the edited video. The redactions of the audio were exactly as the court ordered, but we noticed that the video, which followed, ended up being inconsistent with the redactions of the audio. So I brought that to the state's attention last night. I believe that they ultimately forwarded to the court what I'll call version 2 of the redactions, which redacts the video. that would have made the audio redactions sort of superfluous or ineffective.
It's a
So
shit show.
that's sort of where we are.
It's a shit show.
But we may be not communicating with each other about the same issue. I'm not sure.
Y'all, this a
Well,
shit show.
okay, I just want to make sure that in regards to what was to be cut out comports with those timestamps I just gave.
It does. Plus, the parties believe that additional video needed to be cut out to match the court's intentions with respect to the audio.
Right, and this is where I'm going to next. Mr. Ballard?
Yes, Your Honor. I think we're on the same page. We did, in conjunction with discussions with the defense, first of all, we prepared the redacted video as Your Honor ordered. Then after discussing with the defense, we prepared a second version that still maintained the audio redactions as the court ordered, but we took out the video portions that the defense brought to our attention.
All right, and I didn't see that, but here, and this is the court's own independent finding after spending.
See what I mean? Did y'all see that huge glitch? Listen here. The state is doing a terrible job presenting evidence to prove that this gentleman committed this TikTok friendly, took the shot at Charlie Kirk. Okay. You say is the judge going to allow the second video? I don't know. Let's see.
We are literally on the same page. I'm glad that within 1 second we are all in agreement about this. So that the court, and it sounds like you're one step ahead of the court. I was going to say that if you had it, you simply turn off the monitor for that section. But if you've already made that change, then all.
Let me ask y'all a question. Is it still frozen? Yes or no? Can y'all see me? Is everything fine? Drop a 1 in the chat for yes, 2 for no. Y'all can see me now? Okay. So it's just the chat above. All right, hold on. All right, okay, there it is. All right, we should be good now, y'all.
All the better. There are 2 additional changes as well. And this is very short, and so I'll leave it to the state if you wish to just in real time pause and fast forward or wish to redact it. I'll leave it to you. So the additional requested audio and visual redaction, so this is not to be played whatsoever, is 27 minutes, 18 seconds to 27 minutes and 25 seconds. And the second is 28 minutes and 11 seconds to 28 minutes and 18 seconds.
Your Honor, just to make sure that we've got that correct, the additional redactions would be 27 minutes and 18 seconds to 27 minutes and 25 seconds.
Correct for the first one.
And then 28 minutes and 11 seconds to 28 minutes and 18 seconds?
Yes.
And Your Honor, while we're talking about additional redactions, let me approach. When Your Honor made his rule.
Let me pause this. Do y'all know what video that they're speaking of? Do anybody know? Yes or no? Go ahead and drop it in the chat because some people are confused. Do anybody know what audio and video he's speaking of? No, it's not the roof video. Because remember, they're talking about audio and video. There you go. There you go. There you go. There y'all go. Y'all been paying attention. There y'all go. Y'all see it now? So again, they're putting more emphasis on that versus the actual. It's like you got that, but you have no video of him taking the shot. It's like y'all trying to push towards who made this man. Who did? My question is.
Good afternoon. You know why I pulled you over? Not really. I was under the limit. You rolled through a stop sign and. Wait, are you even licensed to drive? Hard to say. Hey, don't stop! Stop the car! Dispatch! Suspect vehicle just took off on foot.
That's how the states, the prosecution is looking like right now. They hollering. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to think. But this what I'm saying. Thank you, Sister Soul, for that for that big booty corgi. My question is, and I want y'all to think about this. All right, this is just a question. It's not a statement. Do y'all think Twig and or Tyler was coerced in any way to bring forth evidence? Yes or no? It's just a question.
Ruling yesterday afternoon, it wasn't entirely clear the basis for these redactions that the court proposed. The state's understanding was that those additional redactions were based on the potential that the video 1102 would be showing duplicative evidence.
The fuck is a duplicative?
And would be displaying evidence that would be duplicative of future exhibits.
I got a GED.
And then also potentially a concern about admissions by the defendant.
These big ass words.
Portions that the court has ordered to be redacted do not have any of those concerns as far as the state's view of that evidence. And I would like to be able to point the court to those. We've got two brief portions that we believe don't implicate those concerns and should not be redacted.
All right.
Wow. Does Your Honor have the transcript?
I do.
In front of you?
Why?
Okay.
This is sad, bro. Bro, this is sad. This is sad. I look at it like this: if you want to be transparent with everything, you know that this man unalive Charlie Kirk. Why won't you just release the whole fucking interview between the representing police agency and the witnesses that were involved and or the suspect? Why are we trying to take shit out and put shit in? Why are we trying to remove shit at this time and that time and remove shit at this time and that time? Y'all noticed the whole day yesterday, that's all they was arguing about. The whole day, 4 hours, they were arguing about this. And now y'all opening statements is the same bullshit. Just asking questions. What the fuck I know? I ain't no fucking attorney. I have a GED.
First of all, at the very, very bottom of page 10, beginning with the words, "was he?" And then over to page 11, down to timestamp 1646. That portion is not cumulative of additional exhibits, and it contains nothing that could be classified as an admission by the defendant. That's the first portion.
So going back to page 10, I don't see "was he" at the bottom. Where are you? How many lines from the bottom up are you referring to? You may. Oh, I see. Right here. Okay, now I see what you're saying. I missed that. I was looking at the beginning of the line, but I see your point. Okay. So from "was he" on page 10 until
16, the timestamp 1646 on page 11.
Okay.
That's the first portion. And then the second portion that we would ask not be redacted is a small portion of page 19. And it begins, let's see. It would be the 5th paragraph down. Mr. McBride states.
Now, y'all know I have to pause it just for TikTok only so we don't get banned, okay? TikTok don't like us streaming this trial, okay? Because, again, this past week, they banned the platform 6 times, okay? Well, they restricted the platform, all right? So I have to pause every now and then. Let me ask y'all a question real quick. If this was a real trial, who you think have a case here? The prosecution or the defense? Let's see who's been paying attention here. I see defense. I see defense. I see defense. Defense. His long-winded ass up there talking. So far, the defense. You said the prosecution has a case, okay? So it looked like the majority of you all are going with the defense. Okay, got it. Just see what audience I'm dealing with today.
Stating okay, and then ending at timestamp 3340. Again, that's not cumulative of any anticipated exhibit, and nor does it refer to any admission by the defendant.
Thank you. Yes, you may.
Thank you, Your Honor. With respect to the first of the 2 portions that Mr. Ballard referenced, I want to be totally transparent with the court, of course, that was not a section that we asked the government to agree to redact. That is a section that the court independently determined was appropriate for redaction under the various principles that the court has enunciated. So I just want to be transparent about that.
Thank you.
The second portion that Mr. Ballard addressed,
I got you, Golden,
which is on page 19, we did suggest, and it is in our highlighted, redacted transcript, and the court agreed with us. This is not relevant. This is not admissible under 403. I don't understand how this questioning by Mr. McBride and the answers to these questions by Mr. Twiggs, and now I'm going to quote the Utah Rule of Evidence, has any tendency in reason.
Speed and reliability are everything. Carbon fiber Flowtech legs deploy instantly, the active head levels in seconds, and the whole system lets us move fast without missing a moment. And even though it's lightweight, nothing about it feels fragile or cheap. Every touch point, every lock, every adjustment just feels intentional and rock solid.
Welcome to Summer Oak Senior Living, located in Summerville, Tennessee.
Well, thank you right now for telling us
we are saying
that.
is not relevant, and to the extent it has any relevance, is significantly outweighed by undue prejudice.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I am not Mr. Twiggs' representative, but I think as a witness,
my goodness,
who has counsel,
oh my goodness, this man right here.
There might be something that Mr. Twiggs' counsel would want to say about this as well.
Okay, well,
I don't know what it would be.
Okay,
but my
don't nobody care.
Firmly held belief is it would be consistent with what I'm saying.
Okay,
which is that it is neither relevant.
Now you're assuming
probative.
Now you're assuming
of anything of significance, especially in compared to the undue prejudice.
You're
Thank
assuming.
Mr. Novak. Mr. Ballard.
Sit your ass down. Stop talking.
Thank you, Your Honors. Mr. Novak recognized Mr. Twiggs was represented during this statement. His counsel knew that this was being prepared to.
That's a good question. I don't know. If somebody else may know that in the chat, I don't know. I'm not finna put no false information out here. If somebody can answer this question right here, that'll be great.
To be produced in court, and his counsel made no objections to this part of the interview, and this is critically relevant. It provides important foundational information about Mr. Twiggs, and identifying information about him, and then also it's very relevant to the enhancement that we have charged.
All right. Thank you. Anything further before the court rules on these two requests? All right. In reviewing the first section, again, citing to page 10, and I know it is, to anyone listening, this may not make sense when I'm saying page 10, but it's roughly just a few seconds after 1539 on the video, starting with "was he," and ending at 1646 with the last word "asking." After hearing and considering what has been argued, the court agrees that this, in applying a balancing test and as it relates to transparency, to ensure the court is taking a very narrow approach in what is or is not published to the public, that this is permissible. It doesn't run afoul of the issues that the court addressed previously, that the court is trying to avoid by publishing portions. And in addition to that, independently of the court's decision-making, it appears that the parties also agree as it relates to the first requested edit to unredact or to allow in. So I am ruling that that may be played and published through all mediums in the courtroom and via video. Turning to the second section, this is page 19. It is roughly right after 3327, going to just before 3340.
Sorry, Your Honor, just to clarify, what we asked was just before 3307.
3307?
Correct, yeah. Yes. Right after 3255, where
right.
Mr. McBride states, okay.
I see, thank you. Let me just take a quick second to review this. In relation to that request from right after 3255, starting with okay, is that the spot you're talking about, Mr. Ballard?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And specifically to 3327, the court stands by its original ruling. That is not, there are several reasons why the court the court's ruling isn't whether it's relevant or not. It's whether it should be published or not. And again, as previously stated, the entirety of Exhibit 16, the court is receiving without any redactions or edits. The court is considering it as it weighs probable cause. However, for publication, the court finds that the requested section from roughly after 3255, starting with okay, ending at 3327 is, the court finds that there are interests served by not publishing this to the courtroom or to be broadcast. I note and I recognize Mr. Novak's statement as it relates to what Mr. Twiggs' counsel may or may not assert, but the court finds independently that this this portion shall not be transmitted into the courtroom because of certain statements made in there that do not serve the interests of justice for publication. However, the court finds from 3327, starting at OK, until just before 3340, up to 3340 may be published. Did that notation make sense?
Did to the state, Your Honor.
All right, to defense.
Understood.
And so this is the appropriate balancing of being transparent while at the same time maintaining the constitutional rights or balancing the constitutional rights of all parties and what is appropriate for publication. And this may be published not only to the gallery, but to the media as well, that goes beyond the gallery itself. All right. Anything further on State's Exhibit 16?
Not from the state, Your Honor. Thank you.
Let's move forward. Thank you. Move forward.
I note defense is nodding their head as well and not indicating any more.
13 hours on this
at
shit.
This point. All right. I think we've put State's Exhibit 16, we've addressed it.
Thank you.
Turning to the state.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. We would just like to briefly emphasize a few points in the briefing that we filed early this morning. Last night, the defense raised the issue of publishing admissions by the defendant or confessions. They cited to one sentence from the United States Supreme Court opinion in Estes versus Texas that relies on the reduced.
Okay, y'all know for TikTok purposes only, not to get the live stream taken down. Listen, y'all know we have to pause the video every now and then so we don't get banned because TikTok don't like us streaming videos. Let me pose this question right here. Y'all, what the hell is this, man? How you what the, somebody want to answer him? Lady, thank you for the slide coaster. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Who want to do it real quick? Anybody? I give you 30 seconds to come up. I'll let you be you for 30 seconds. Who want to come up for 30 seconds and just let this shit out? You say you laughed at the comment. Hey, y'all was talking about it, so that's why I posted the comment. Again, you know, ain't no such thing as a stupid question. I don't know who the fuck told me that.
Rideau versus Louisiana case.
I guess she want to do it real quick. You got 30 seconds. You got 30 seconds. Go ahead.
Lord has a sweet Jesus mother man joke for not the babies in the Bible. I don't need 30 seconds. I only need 10. We are talking about Charlie Kirk on a liver, an alleged on the liver, and we're in trial right now discussing Tyler and the events that happened before, current, and after Put me down. I mean, read the room, please.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're
Thank
so
you.
welcome. That's
And just to let y'all know, it's a preliminary hearing. But thank you, Dangerous, for coming up here, catching us up.
And that one sentence in Estes has no precedential value on the issue that's before the court today. Estes cited to the dissenting opinion in Rideau, which is very curious because that dissenting opinion, Rideau was a change of venue case. And what the dissenting opinion held is that the court properly refused to change venue in that case, even though the defendant's confession had been televised multiple times. So it's puzzling that that's what the Estes court would rely on as supposedly constructing some kind of rule about publishing a defendant's admissions. In addition to that, Estes has no analysis of that point from Rideau. Again, it's just one sentence, and Estes itself was a case about televising a trial. It wasn't about pretrial publicity of a defendant's admission or confession. And as we noted in the brief, subsequently, the Supreme Court has limited, although it hasn't expressly overruled Estes, it's limited that case to its very narrow facts. So it's difficult to see what precedential value that one sentence from Rideau could have on this issue before the court. Even if it could have some applicability here, the circumstances in Rideau are starkly different from the circumstances here, the statements, the types of statements from defendant that we're talking about. In Rideau, what the police did was orchestrated a recording of an uncounseled, unmirandized police interrogation. The police recorded that interrogation. It was leading questions. They recorded the defendant answering those leading questions. And then they immediately, it was the police that immediately released that recording to the press, who then publicized and televised that. The defendant confessing to police, answering the police's questions. That's not the types of statements that we're dealing with in this case. What we're dealing with are statements that defendant voluntarily made to close friends and associates of him and his roommate. Sorry, just one other point about Rideau and that dissenting opinion. It's interesting that in that dissenting opinion, that judge that the court relied on in Estes continued on in his opinion and said it's an impossible standard to require that a trial court be a laboratory that's completely sterilized and free from any external factors. So again, it's hard to see how Rideau has any precedential value, and even if it did, the circumstances are completely different than from the types of statements that we're dealing with here. The state has also cited to several other courts that have easily distinguished Rideau and have made it clear that there is no blanket ban on publishing, especially just in court, a defendant's voluntary admissions. I think the most interesting case is the Sixth Circuit case, because there it dealt with essentially the issue that we're dealing with here, which is publication of a defendant's statements during a preliminary hearing. And that case is especially important, the DeLeslie case, because there that confession was ultimately held to be inadmissible. So an inadmissible confession was played to the public and interested media members so that in a way that it had, as if it had been played in a preliminary hearing. And even though that confession was subsequently publicized and ultimately held to be inadmissible at trial, the court did not hold that that was a violation of the defendant's fundamental rights there, that the court could deal with that through voir dire. It was not inherently prejudicial. And then the state has also cited to the Ohio case of Mamon, and then also the Alabama case, Burgess versus State, where those courts reached essentially the same holdings, easily distinguishing the Rideau sentence from Estes and making it clear that there's no blanket ban on publishing a defendant's admissions, and also that Rideau is easily distinguishable. And the court, because the court can deal with those pretrial publicity issues in the way that we've discussed several times already through the tools that the court has available in selecting the jury. I think it's also important to point out that transparency is critical in this case. This court's noted repeatedly the extensive media coverage. That's why we're having to take this additional time in these hearings to be able to discuss these issues. And transparency is critical to the state's right and the people's right to a fair trial. Where there's a vacuum in the evidence, it just fuels speculation. And then finally, as has already been argued, it's critical to the victim's right to be able to attend the hearing. That's a hollow promise if the victim representative is only able to be here physically, but then is shielded from some of the evidence. Does the court have any questions?
No, not,
Thank you.
not this time.
Kiki, thank you so much
Your
for the
Honor.
love you so
The
much.
parallel between Mr. Robinson's case and the Rideau case is this. Mr. Rideau's confession was televised by an act of the state. It wasn't a confession broadcast through a courtroom. It was a confession made to law enforcement and then broadcast by action of the state. And that's what gives rise to the constitutional problem, which is its state action, which violated Mr. Rideau's right to a fair trial. This court has granted the media's request to electronically publish this entire proceeding. That's state action. And the state has supported the media's request over Mr. Robinson's objection. So that is also state action. So that's the parallel. If there were no cameras in this courtroom, we would not have a problem. And in fact, Ms. Kirk's attorney's briefing seeks a remedy which has nothing to do with the cameras in the courtroom. What Ms. Kirk's counsel seeks is the opportunity for people in the courtroom to see the evidence. So the state is going even further than Ms. Kirk's counsel. The state wants to publish what it calls confessions in the same way, essentially, that the state published Mr. Rideau's confession. Now, the only other thing I want to talk about is that Mr. Ballard's correct that the blanket rule that there is unrebuttable prejudice that's stated in Rideau. We could talk about why dissenting judges say, oh my God, the court has established a rule and I don't like it. That's what's going on there. But it was in the Skilling case, Supreme Court decision in 2010, where the court said, yes, we really are going to let judges decide whether potential juror exposure to pretrial publicity makes them an unfair, makes them unable to serve. But there is an extreme case. That's not my language. That's the Supreme Court's language in Skilling. There are extreme cases of pretrial publicity where prejudice is going to be presumed. And so that's obviously about what has to be proven in terms of the prejudice. But when it's an extreme case, what the Supreme Court is saying in Skilling is there's a presumption. And I believe that this court has already made findings over the last 9 months that this is an extreme case with respect to the quantum of pretrial publicity, the way in which it's being monitored by the public, the speed with which these.
Let me tell y'all something. Listen, thank y'all for being respectful in the comments. Y'all a damn fool in the comments. I'm just scanning through the comments, and y'all again. I'm glad we're on the same page. Most of us. Y'all a damn fool. Okay. Again, thank y'all for being here. Again, make sure you hit that follow button if you see it at the top of your screen. Get your daily heartbeat. And y'all, let's start knocking out this gift, the live goal. Help your boy out. Help your boy GV. Justice for GV's live goal. Take that to trial.
Proceedings, even this week, are being dissected and broadcast through all of the technology channels that we have. So it's our view that this is the extreme case that the Supreme Court talked about in Skilling. We wouldn't have any state action giving rise to this problem if we didn't have cameras in the courtroom. And that's why we think that Exhibits 16.1, 16.2, and 16.3 need to be managed in the way we've asserted. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Ballard.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. Just briefly, Mr. Novak's misrepresented the state's position. We're not going beyond.
Hey, shout out to Zion. Thank you so much for sending the galaxy through the live stream. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Elmore. Appreciate that. I hit that button like 15 seconds ago. I think that's the most excitement I've heard in the past 10 minutes. Thank y'all for waking me up. Thank y'all.
What the victim representative has asked for, as we made clear in our briefing this morning, that we filed this morning, we are asking that these exhibits, unredacted, be published in the courtroom.
Thank you, Deanna.
Not electronically, but they be published in the courtroom. It's not the camera in the courtroom that's the problem.
God damn.
The issue here is the public's right. This is a public hearing. The court's ruled that it's a public hearing. Kearns Tribune recognizes that preliminary hearings are public, and the public that is here in this courtroom should be able to see the exhibits that are admitted and that the court is going to rely on. And that is even more important to the victim representative's right to be able to be present and to observe these proceedings. Thank you.
All right, counsel.
Your Honor, if I may, I'll be brief. I want to begin by saying thank you to both the parties, to the state, to the defense, to the court. Today, the time that's being taken today and the nimbleness that's required to talk about things like the transcript in open court is a challenge. I recognize that it presents difficulties and that it takes time. And I want to begin by thanking both the parties and the court for taking the time to do that. It's important to the public, and I appreciate the court doing that. I know the public does as well. The only thing that I want to say with respect to this question about admissions or confessions is something that I hope will help the court. The court is looking at Rideau. It's looking at Estes. These cases from 50 or 60 years ago in a different media environment under the United States Supreme Court. I want to urge the court to do what the court has done before, and that's to look at Algier. This is a 2011 Utah Supreme Court case. It's obviously in the wake of Rideau. It's obviously in the wake of Estes. It's here in this state, unanimous Utah Supreme Court, upholding a decision made by Judge McCleve below in a case that has striking parallels to this one. In the Algier case, there was a murder trial. The court received a letter, a notarized letter from an inmate saying the defendant in this case has confessed to me. Told me that he was involved in the shooting, gave me details of it, threatened me and my family if I did that. I want the court to know that. That was provisionally sealed for many of the same reasons that the court could conceivably consider keeping some of this information from the public. The court did a two-step analysis. It began by trying to determine whether or not there was a presumptive right of access to that document. The answer is yes. There is a presumptive right of access to this proceeding as well. Like Mr. Ballard just said, because this is a preliminary hearing, there's a presumptive right of access for the public. The second question was simply whether there's some kind of balancing that should be done. Notably, in paragraph 17 of that Algier case, it stressed something that we have said over and over again, which is much of the information that would be revealed through that letter had already become public at that point. And the idea of sealing a document that contained allegations or details that were already in the public sphere would only create the impression that information was being kept from the public when it was not. We stress what we did yesterday, that much of, as we understand it, much of the information that is now under consideration for the court is already in the public sphere. The right case to analyze this under is Algier. Algier would dictate in this case that the court recognized as a presumptive right of access to this material, and that the presumption, the balancing test that would be needed to overcome that presumption.
Cutwater. Real cocktails, perfectly mixed.
Hey, Meta, take a picture.
Publication on the cameras as well, but we again do recognize that that middle step is a meaningful one. And if the court were to decide that that information be shared in the courtroom but not on the general feed, we would recognize that as well as a meaningful step towards transparency in this case.
Counsel?
Good morning, Your Honor. Jeffrey Nyman on behalf of the Kirk family. And we appreciate the court is trying to balance here, but the Kirk family's waited 10 months for this hearing. And they have a right to be here, and they have a right to hear the evidence. They have a right to see and feel what's going on in this courtroom, just like, and they want to understand, Judge, what you were viewing. They want to see the evidence. And we understand you have to balance, but at a minimum, this courtroom needs to be open for the evidence to be displayed openly in this courtroom, for them to see it. The Utah Constitution gives them the right to be here, and to be here and not to see the evidence, what's the point of being here? We ask you to let the evidence be seen in the courtroom, please. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, counsel. Anything further as it relates to exhibits 16.1, 16.2, and 16.3 as it relates to what's been briefed or any other arguments? I just want to make sure it has all been received before the court issues its ruling.
No, thank you.
Not from the state, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. And just to be clear, as it relates to the state's request, 16 point, well, so under the three factors, or the three levels, admission to the court, publication to the gallery, and then publication beyond the gallery, what is the request for each of these exhibits?
We are asking, Your Honor, we are asking for admission. We are asking for publication within the courtroom, but not publication electronically on to the electronic coverage in the courtroom or of these proceedings. We do want to make clear that once the exhibit is admitted, that the witness will be reading from portions of the exhibit, but again, we're not asking that that be displayed in any way so that those outside the courtroom could capture that and reproduce it.
Thank you. The court just wants to. And just for clarification, 16.1 is the text messages, 16.2 is Discord chats, and 16.3 is photograph of notes.
That's correct, Your Honor.
And finally, and this hasn't really been addressed by any party, but it is a factor the court's weighing, how much of 16.1 has been published to the public prior to these proceedings? And this is open to all if you wish to weigh in. I just want to make sure that that's clear because that wasn't really addressed in the briefing and it's a factor. So I want to make sure that issue has been presented by the parties if you choose to.
Your Honor, with respect to Exhibit 16.1, some of those text messages do appear on pages 8 and 9. Pages 8 and 9 of the information that is public.
Could you give me a rough estimate or percentage of how much of the total amount of 16.1 appears not in the information? Again, I'm just trying to create a record of what is out there from your perspective so the court can consider that in its analysis.
Thank you, Kiki. Who he mad at? Who the hell he mad at? You already know that shit loud as hell in these headphones. I hear every damn thing.
Your Honor, State's Exhibit 16.1 is 18 pages total of photographs of text messages. It's approximately 5.5 pages of those 18 pages that are reproduced in the information. Thank you for your patience.
Thank you, Mr. Ballard. I appreciate you doing that on the fly. Anything further from any party? To defense?
No, thank you.
To the prosecution?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Media?
I'll just point out for the court that in addition to the text messages, I believe, I haven't seen the other exhibits, but I believe that at least the note itself, which is another one of the exhibits, is also described in the information.
Thank you. Ms. Kirk's victim representative attorney.
This has not been easy, as you can imagine. And I think the family deserves to see the evidence that's been gathered in this investigation. They deserve to know what happened to Charlie. So we urge the court to please, again, display the evidence here in the courtroom.
Thank you. Thank you to all parties. I appreciate the diligence and hard work that you've put in briefing, argument. These are important exhibits as it relates to what should be considered for, again, to be clear, these exhibits are being admitted to.
I'm just letting y'all know they suspended my gifting for 10 minutes because the AI picked up on the video. I knew that was going to happen. However, thank y'all for being here. All right. Number 2, I need somebody to help me out. Y'all just drop your comment in your comments in the chat. I'm sorry, I'm eating. So, Miss Kirk, you keep sending your attorney up here saying, you know, we're tired. The Kurtz family is tired, okay? Whatever they know, the public needs to know. All right? They're tired. You mean to tell me that they paid your ass $100,000 to say that? They're tired. Erica is tired. She was allegedly was shot at the correspondence dinner. We saw her running out of there. I just want to go home. She was trying to give a speech after her husband got unalived. I love you, Charlie. For the person that unalived my husband, I forgive you. And now you have your attorney up here saying, look, she's tired. She want to go home. This a shit show after shit show after shit. The shit show got so shitty that the shit got the shit. So now the shit is shitting. Then they forgot how to clean up the shit. So now everybody is shitting. Welcome to the shit show of Erica Kirk. I just want to go home. I love you, Charlie.
To the court in its entirety. The question before the court is publication within the courtroom and beyond the courtroom. And so this is the ruling as it relates to the briefing. And I know it wasn't a formal motion, but I'm just trying to be thorough in my approach. This matter comes before the court on the state's request to publish Exhibits 16.1, 16.2, and 16.3 during the preliminary hearing and defendant's objection to that request. The exhibits consist of text messages between Mr. Robinson and a witness discord messages between Mr. Robinson and others in a written note the state attributes to Mr. Robinson. Attorneys for Mr. Robinson argue the publication of the exhibits during the proceedings subject to electronic media coverage would create a substantial risk of prejudice and impair his rights to due process under the 14th Amendment. The defendant relies on Rizzo versus Louisiana, Estes, and Skilling, and asks the court to consider any admissible exhibit for the purposes of the preliminary hearing while limiting their public display or broadcast. The state responds that Rizzo and Estes do not require a categorical restriction here. The state argues that the exhibits are materially different from the televised custodial interrogation at issue in Rizzo because they are written communications allegedly made outside law enforcement custody. The state also argues that the potential prejudice can be addressed through trial management measures, including voir dire, and that the victim representative has an interest in being present for and able to follow important criminal proceedings. The court has considered the parties' arguments, the nature of the exhibits, and the procedural posture of this preliminary hearing, the defendant's due process interests, the public nature of the criminal proceedings, and the interests asserted by the state and victim representative. On the present record, the court is not persuaded that the publication of Exhibits 16.1, 16.2, and 16.3 during the preliminary hearing creates the type of inherent or presumed prejudice that requires categorical restrictions under Rizzo, Estes, and Skilling. Unlike the broadcast interrogation in Rizzo.
Why y'all in y'all feelings? I just put a picture up there. I ain't say nothing. I just put a picture up there. And that's all I did. Posted a picture. Why y'all mad? I ain't say nothing. I ain't say not a nothing, not a damn word. I just put a picture up there because it was inside I was just trying to clear out my photo gallery. Y'all making assumptions.
The exhibits at issue are written communications allegedly made outside police custody and are being offered in the ordinary course of a judicial proceeding. That distinction does not eliminate the possibility of prejudice, but it weighs against treating publication of the exhibits as presumptively unconstitutional. The court further finds that any potential prejudice arising from media coverage may be addressed, if necessary, through the appropriate trial procedures, including voir dire and any other measures warranted before trial. This ruling is limited to publication of the exhibits during the preliminary hearing and does not determine their admissibility at trial, and I insert if one occurs.
Okay, real quick, because again, I really don't care what he's talking about right now. You said, GB, I want to see your high school picture or right out of high school. You don't want to see that picture. I got hair.
Or foreclose any later request for relief based on a more developed record. Accordingly, the defendant's objection is overruled. As it relates to this preliminary hearing, the state may publish Exhibits 16.1, 16.2, and 16.3, and the court is authorizing, with the exception of the third to last page on Exhibit 16.1, because it contains information including a phone number and address to be redacted before publication in the courtroom. But as it relates to 16.1, because it was publicly distributed by the state, that 16.1 in its entirety may be broadcast through electronic media. That is the ruling of the court. Counsel, how would we like to proceed?
Your Honor, just to clarify the record, the state has redacted that portion. We anticipated that needed to be redacted in 16.1, so we have redacted that portion. We believe that the best way to proceed now is we have the edited video ready that comports with the additional edits that the court has ordered. We propose that we take a break so that we can show that to the defense, make sure we're on the same page, and then we anticipate coming back and playing Exhibit 16.
All right. All right, I appreciate the caution being exercised by all parties. We'll take a 15-minute break, come back at 10:50. Court is in a brief recess.
All right, y'all. Pounder is open. Let's see. Let me see if they still at recess. Yeah, they still at recess. I sped it up. Look like they still there. Yep. All right. Pounder is open. Listen. Only thing I ask for y'all to do is let's just go off what we heard so far. All right. We're gonna go with Dangerous. Dangerous. I'm gonna give you 30 seconds. Then we're gonna go to White. Okay. Go ahead, Dangerous.
Going for what we heard. We heard chewing. We heard crack-a-lack-a-lacking. We heard static. We heard you yelling. And okay. I just want to say everybody, welcome to the stream. Thank y'all so much for coming in. We appreciate y'all coming in. We want y'all to have y'all opinions. We ask that y'all keep it respectful in the chat. Nobody is wrong in the scenario. We are here to play devil's advocate. We are here to hear the video and we're here to pull it apart, right? So nobody's right, nobody's wrong in this scenario. As it's coming, we are breaking it down, and we're just asking that y'all keep it cute in the comments. Otherwise, y'all can skedaddle. If y'all don't like the jokes, we like to joke here and there just to keep the tide clear because it is very heavy. Chelsea, welcome in the stream, baby. We just want to let you know that you guys are welcome. We thank y'all for being here. We ask that you would hold the heart, share the live out because TikTok is very sensitive. It's in their feelings and it's on its period. Huh? All right. Y'all can mute me.
All
Why you
right.
can go ahead. Hello.
All right. Thank
I
you,
love
Dangerous.
her. I love her so much.
Hold on, White. Hold on. Listen, y'all give a shout out to Drika. She just dropped 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 live goals.
You
Just the hearts.
white.
Thank you so much. And also, Julia, thank you so much for your 2. Then we got Miss Sparkle came in there, dropped it too. Thank y'all so much. Go ahead, White.
Well, I literally just got in here not too long ago. So I don't really know what happened. So I can't really speak on anything that happened. I was actually gonna talk about something else, but I will not do that and I will save that for later.
Oh, okay, all right. Based on what we've heard so far about them redacting, unredacting, what they want to put out to the public, what they don't want to put out to the public, what Erica Kurt's attorney want this, how they want this preliminary hearing to go. The news media, they want it to go, certain shit not to be redacted. Hey, give us every damn thing. Tell me
So
what you
can
think
I ask
about
you
that.
something, GB?
Go ahead.
He said, oh, well, in order for us to be able to make our determinate factor, we asked that all the evidence would be played. Is he not insisting or insinuating that they were trying to keep some of the evidence covered and not let it, like, why was he saying, oh, we would like for all the evidence to be released? Was he
Yeah.
insinuating that half of it was not going to be shown or said or done? You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair conclusion. That's what I mean. And it's just weird little things like that, right? You have to really look at the verbatim of what they say, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they try to twist shit around and cover shit up. But absolutely, why would there be any need to state that if it was not going to try to happen as far as like redacting and all that? And what is their reasoning for wanting to redact? Like typically redacting would be protection of the victim,
Of the
right?
victim, that's correct. Right.
Isn't so right? So protection of somebody that is no longer with us, RIP. But at the end of the day, I don't know. It seems a little shady to me.
Well, he kept saying,
So
hold on a sec. He
go
kept
ahead.
he kept saying it's the what's the guy's name? The other fingerprint that was found on the towel. What's the other person's name? The trans twits.
Twigs, yeah.
Twix.
The-
Twix.
they mentioned
Twix.
several
Twix.
times
Twix.
for the protection of him also too. So again, is he a victim?
Twig.
Twig,
Twig.
twig,
Twig.
last twigs.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you,
Are
Candy.
are, are,
Thank you, Candy.
are y'all trying to protect Lance? But again, they're pushing more emphasis towards these messages, these interviews and the text messages versus the actual weapon or crime
Physical
and
evidence, correct?
anything that's
Yes.
there. That's
Yeah.
where I'm
And so
confused.
And so that was my question. Like, were they, how can I say this TikTok friendly? Were they trying to keep some of the evidence hidden and then others they were letting it be known? Because when he was like, oh well, first of all, before we can make our, I'm just paraphrasing, before we can make like a determinant factor, we want all evidence to be shown. So at that point I'm like, well, hold on, like, well, what are they withholding? And then how can we make a determining factor if everything is not shown? Like, why are we withholding evidence? That boy did not do it. Okay, Tone. Okay, baby. We got you. We got you, honey. We got you. We got you. Chelsea, welcome in the stream, baby. I tried to wake her up. Chelsea, what you got, boo boo?
I'm good. My phone is a little jacked up. I'm so sorry.
That T-Mobile would do it. Just to let everybody know, y'all, they're on a break. They should be
Oh,
coming up
it
in
had
it.
froze up. Oh my god. Hello?
Can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Huh?
Yeah, it froze. My screen froze. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
How y'all doing?
We good. We good.
I'm still catching up far as like whatever else they got. How long is this preliminary hearing? Like how many days are gonna keep dragging us out till they like
tomorrow
have enough evidence?
Tomorrow.
Till tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
and then they'll determine if they're gonna take it to trial.
We'll see. I don't know.
Oh god, it just seems like everybody's questioning now. Right now, if it's even like they're gonna push it through. I know they're gonna push it through the trial, but I don't know. It just seems like they're just dragging it out now.
Well,
I'm not convinced still.
Listen, I'm seeing this right here a lot, right? A preliminary hearing, that's how it works. Okay, cool. How often do you have a preliminary? Okay, cool. They back. Y'all, they back. No, they back.
Oh.
All right, cool. Everybody drop. They back. Okay, that was quick. Okay, if this commercial, get out of here. Again, thank y'all so much. Skip it. Okay. Hold on, let's see. Okay, look like they about to go back. All right, Dangerous, I'm about to drop you down, sweetheart. What you mean HR is going to take us to trial if we're not good? We didn't do well. Hell, I mean, well, okay, I guess. Well, they was moving the camera. So
Well, before you do, everybody, thank you so much for answering. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are here for the first time, please go ahead and hit that star at the top. Please go ahead and follow. You guys, we are talking about Charlie versus Erica. For those that asked why you had the whatchamacallit woody woody woo. We are listening to the trial. We are here to be devil's advocate. Everybody, please be respectful in the chat. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion. Please, no insults. And if you guys hear GV chomping, he should, because he didn't eat. Okay? Let's get to it. Drop me down. Let's get to it.
Thank you, Dangerous. Yvonne, thank you so much for that. Laura, thank you for the wink wink. Again, everybody, welcome in when they're coming back from break. Now, listen, I understand what y'all are saying. With this hearing, they trying to be careful what they push out because this is not the actual trial. I promise you, I understand that. I got that point blank and period. But again, your job as the prosecutor is to present a case and enough evidence to persuade not only the defense but the courtroom, but also the judge, right? You got the evidence here. This is what we have. We got all this, but this right here, this shit needs to go to trial. We haven't seen that yet. Now again, let me know if I'm wrong. I haven't seen it. You say you don't think they showed enough evidence for probable cause? What of him? Okay, let's use some logic here. Him walking around the park.
Welcome back.
Okay, hold on. Him walking around the parking lot. Okay, cool. A lot of people walk around the parking lot. A person jumping off, running across the roof, jumping off. They don't have nothing to say, hey, that's him. The video that they showed is very blurry. You can't make out who that is on that video. And then on top of the video, you don't see him taking taking a shot. So again, I don't believe that it's enough evidence here that was presented to show probable cause to take this to trial. That's just me, okay?
That should work, and also we can inform the bailiff.
Wait a minute, you said there's a video of him taking the shot? Done. All right, now. Done. You mean to tell me there's a video out around somewhere on social media of him taking the shot? Like, they got the camera, like you could clearly see that's Tyler up on the roof taking a shot. That's what you were saying. I got you, Laura. Yes, when he was on the roof, no, they got it from a security cam. He is in prone. Okay. All right. I hear you.
Bailiff as soon as we're done, if it's ahead of that time.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. I thought we were ready to proceed.
All right, I got you, Elvira.
Everyone's time, but all at the same time, keep this hearing moving forward. So, court is in a brief recess.
Hold on. Wait, what the fuck we miss? Let me rewind this. Did we miss something? Hold on.
Back in session. Welcome back. Turning to the state.
I apologize, Judge. We were having computer technology issues, and we believe those have been sorted out, but we have not yet had the opportunity to show the final edited versions to the defense.
All right. Well, how much time do you need?
Just as long as it takes to show the video, so maybe 10 minutes.
All right. Well, we'll go into...
Okay, that's what happened. Okay. I was like, okay, wait, did we miss something? Like, did we miss something? Okay, thank you, K-Bug. You said Rump made me wear same t-shirt Tyler wore when I did a fake news stunt in wow. Coincidence. Chelsea, are you ready? You got your phone going? All right. So again, like I said, y'all, I could be wrong. I can be wrong. I'm not afraid to admit if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. All right. Hey, Chelsea.
Hey.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to move over, see if I can get a better connection right here. Can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Is this still on recess?
Where they had to go back and recess because they were having computer issues.
Oh. Am I the only one that has it freezing up? So somebody else said that the screen was freezing up on them. So...
Yeah, they said that a few times that y'all, is the screen still freezing? That's probably why TikTok is not pushing out.
It glitched for a second for me, but like I said, my phone already cracked, but I can hear everything clear right now.
Oh, you said no, it's the app is updated. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right, go ahead. It's yours. The platform is yours.
Oh, So what is this video I'm hearing about them actually catching him and on footage taking a shot? This is the first I've heard of this. Why wouldn't they show that? Wouldn't that be like the most important piece of evidence to put out there? I mean, that's the first I've heard of it. Like, Laura, you said you had that video. You sent that to GV. They would fake anything. I don't doubt it. Even if they did, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. We know Mossad took that boy out. Our government and Mossad. Oh. It shows the person on the roof, so it's probably something blurry.
And that's what I'm talking about. It's nothing. It's nothing to confirm that he took a shot. Again,
now you said it'll come out in trial, but wouldn't that be the most like substantiating piece of evidence? Though, I guess they want to drag it out.
Day one, they showed damn near 30 minutes of him walking around.
That's not gonna prove anything.
Day one, do you think day one they would show just all the way up to the point where it's Tim taking? They would have zoomed in. Look, that's him, but they just show him walking around. That's the video I would have been showing right there, him taking that shot.
Yeah. You think they'll even touch or try to disprove that whole exploded mic theory? They're probably not even bringing any of that up. They're just gonna conspiracy theory or something.
I don't even think they're going to bring that up, because now that's a whole different investigation, but they can't investigate it because they got rid of the evidence.
Man, this is asking the state to investigate itself. This is really ghetto. This is so ghetto. We're really going to be here like, yeah, they telling us the truth. Y'all go ahead fall for this little what they call it, circus and bread show. What they call it? Just be putting on a show for folks.
Flatline said there's no confirmation, can't see his face. Again,
of course you can't.
That's where I'm leaning. You said no, they tend to hold the biggest evidence to show the jury. Don, listen, we got you, sweetheart. But what we're saying is, why would you play around in a preliminary hearing with him walking around some funk ass messages or an interview? Why won't you just get straight to the point? Cool, got here.
This him.
Open this up for trial. They could
be. Would it really take all this if this was a cut and dry case?
Yeah, it should. This right here shouldn't even be a week long. That should have been like 1-2 days max. Let's go to court.
This don't make sense. If everybody's questioning the validity of this and him even doing it, why are we doing it? Like I said, it's just a showcase just to have people talking about it. How many months has it been? Candace has been going over this for almost a year now, trying to break down what could have possibly happened, the people surrounding him, and actual questionable stuff. Now they got to put on a big show for this case just to make it seem like they doing something. Like, yo, like, and then for folks to still be believing this, like, really, we're expecting the state to investigate itself and find like itself like innocent. For real. There's no way the government could have had a hand in taking Charlie out. No way. I don't know. Use your discernment, y'all. That's all I gotta say.
Well, listen, y'all. The panel is open. If you want to come up real quick, y'all, we got time. The box is open before they come back.
Do they have a timer to say how long they're gonna be in recess?
No, their computer was fucking up. Listen. The panel is open. If y'all, if y'all got something else y'all would like to share, right now would be the perfect time because it's live, it's recorded.
He said, "Watch the Tyler Robinson kid walk." Also, that'd be interesting to see, but like, who would be mad at that? Who would be mad?
Nobody.
How dare he walk free?
Hey, hi everybody. Hi, Chelsea.
Hey, Laura.
No, I'm just like, I guess this is the very first time that like, I honestly am like I'm on the fence. I'm trying to be like, I was a huge Charlie Kirk fan, and I used to be a huge Candace fan. So it's like been in like, I don't know. It's really kind of hurtful for me because I don't know. I just, to be honest, I don't believe that he acted alone, but I do believe it was him. And I'm trying to like play juror right now. I'm literally just waiting for the trial. You know what I mean? Like when I see more evidence and what's going on, that's just, I don't know. I guess it's like, I don't know. I guess I'm like the only one, but I just think that I know there's more evidence, and it's a strategy that they play. Like they don't want to play all their cards right now, and the defense wants them to play everything, and they're not going to. They don't want to do that, and so like they're trying to stop them from playing everything right now. Like they're trying to stop it from being public. That's not the prosecution. That's the defense. They didn't want this aired. They didn't want this aired at all. So I think it's different when you're in the courtroom. Like if there's people that are on the side of he's innocent that are saying like a lot what you guys are saying, and then the people that are on the other side are saying the exact same thing. So it's both sides. You know what I mean? And it's nobody's in the courtroom. I'm not in the courtroom. Only the people that in the court actually know what's going on. I don't trust the news at all. You know?
You trust that the judicial system is like not trying to cover up anything, and they're legit just trying to find.
I personally think that I do believe that there's obviously more behind it. I don't think he acted alone. I think there's definitely more people involved. I don't know if it's who it is, but for them to say it was not him, that's not that. There's no way I believe that he was not a part of it. Like there's just no way I believe that he is a part of it. But somebody, yes,
it's just how it went down. It's just what's questionable.
Yes, how he was I just don't know how. I mean, I don't personally think that Candace should be sued by that guy, the security company, because he did make a huge failure. Like he was supposed to be watching Charlie. Like he was supposed to be his security, and look what happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you need to take responsibility for that. I do believe that. He failed him. He failed him a lot, like that.
All of them did. The whole staff did. It was just really questionable how that all played out. I guess I'm just looking at it from like an optic view, like from how this played out. Like I said, I wasn't the biggest fan. Well, I wasn't a fan of Charlie. To be completely honest, I didn't even know Charlie had a personality till Candace showed much of like, you know, how he was. Leave it to that girl. I wouldn't even know a homeboy could laugh at something. Which is kind of awkward, seeing that his wife had all the time in the world to give a eulogy on him. But I think a majority of people wouldn't have known that he even had a personality unless Candace came out and said anything. For folks who weren't paying attention to him. But
So can I ask a question? And this is on behalf of, that I read the questions on behalf of the people that cannot get in the box, right? So there was this video that came out where Charlie had told like 3 to 4 people that they were gonna be after him, right? And then, mind you, they're not talking about the fact that Charlie and Erica were under divorce. They're under divorce terms. And before that got to be fulfilled, this happens.
Where is that at? Where's the paperwork for that?
I can send that to you, but hold on.
No, I want to see. There's a lot of rumors, but I don't care about rumors. I want facts. I want to see the actual paper.
Laura, I got you. Hold on. So also, why won't they bring, so it was already addressed that Erica's mom worked for the factory that made the devices that Charlie was wearing. And then directly after that, the factory went up in shambles. Like,
okay. Again, I honestly, like, I respect all of y'all, but honestly, I'm gonna stay where I stand. I'm gonna wait for the trial, and I'm just gonna wait until all the evidence is there.
Okay,
If
and
you
that's
have
fine.
anything, I'm more than happy to look at it. I'm so open to see anything.
Laura, I got you. Stop cutting me off. I'm addressing.
Don't tell me that. Please don't tell me that. Don't do that. Don't come
You're
up to me
telling me
rude.
not to
Seriously,
cut.
don't
I'm
come
not
up here
being
being
weird.
rude. I'm not being. You need to respect us.
I'm
Do
not
not do that.
being.
Were
I'm
you done
not being
making your
weird.
point, Dangerous? You were
I said, I'm not cutting you off. Don't cut me off. And then I was in the middle of talking, and then you said, well, if it's not shown, you don't want to hear it. Nobody's cutting you off. Don't cut me off. I'm not disrespecting you. That's rude. I'm not cutting you off.
Do
I
you
was in the middle of
what
talking
did you want to say?
that I love you.
I love you too.
That's it. That's all.
Well, I wanted to say that I'm super antiseptic, so if anything points to them folks over there have something to do with this, I'm gonna stick with that. I don't care what's going on with this trial.
Hold on. What I missed? I put my headphones down for a minute. When I put my headphones back on, I heard something about a septic tank. Ooh, how we get on septic tank?
I said antiseptic.
Oh, I
I'm
just put my headphones back on. I'm sorry, the kids was
Yeah.
boo-booing.
We ain't talking about no septic tank. Chill out. Put the do white up.
No, Laura is really into this. Like, she's very much passionate, and I'm not coming for the smoke. I don't want the smoke. And, like, she's on it. Like, she's on it. And if you don't come with full fact proof, she ain't hearing it. I was addressed. I came up here because they say that we keep asking questions and the moderators won't answer the questions. So I was just being,
Let's start pinning the questions because there's a lot popping up. When
and
whoever has
y'all
something
not
to say,
listening and watching. And y'all gotta think about it. We talking about Rumble and YouTube, and they're gonna ask me questions. So I was asking the questions that they was asking, and she finna chop my head off. Laura, if you don't stop,
oh my gosh, she's been quiet this whole time. She's not even saying nothing.
I don't.
She's not even saying nothing.
Don't come for me, baby. Don't do that. Don't. Yeah, she ready. She ready for the smoke, honey. Don't do that with
It is
me.
not like Hunger Games in the boxes. We ain't
Don't.
doing it like that. Y'all hear my background? That's
Yeah.
my children yelling. Ain't no fighting going on up here. That's cheering in the
No,
background.
I love her, and she just ready to just, hey,
all right, y'all.
Forget all the speculation. We here for the proof.
All right, y'all. Listen, it's back. Real quick, let me bring up this video. Aloe Vera, thank you. Let me show this right here. So let's see. Let's widen this out.
They could have had anybody up there on them damn roof running around wearing black.
Again, this is the same video I saw. But let me again, Aloe Vera, thank you for sending this. So
That tiny red circle. That's him. Oh, that's a clear cut case. They got him. They got him. Yo, that's him. Oh, they may shut the hell up. That's him. I knew it. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry I questioned the validity of the United States of America's government and its judicial system. I'm so sorry, y'all. Let me shut my ass up.
Okay, I got you. Now, Aloe Vera, yes, the one that they showed. Now they did show that in court of him on the side of the building. But again, you know, how do we know that's him? You know,
this man could have got pew pew from multiple directions. Somebody said somebody could have had a pew pew in the crowd, a small 9mm that could have got him. Like y'all, like look at. I've seen a 30-06 blow stuff up. That I've seen the video multiple times until I got sick. I barely saw a splatter of blood. Come on, y'all.
All right, we're gonna
enjoy the show, I guess. Enjoy the show.
All right, all right, y'all. Thank y'all. You said okay. If it wasn't Charlie Kirk, do you think the FBI could zoom in on his face? Probably, Laura. Again, like I said, the technology is there.
Is there? They got cameras everywhere. Big Brother is everywhere. You can see everybody's face.
Absolutely. The technology again. You know, And I get what Laura is saying. You know, I mean, and not only just Laura, the young lady by the name of Dunn in the comments, she was saying the same thing. Maybe they holding back on some things, but again, it's just the way they're presenting these evidence is I don't see it. That's just
They're
me.
showing us they finna play in our face. That's what they're doing. Holding back what? If it was such a clear case, we wouldn't even have to see a preliminary hearing, and especially if it's one of those unalivened penalty cases. I don't even know if I can say it, but if that's the case, like, what is all this for?
Yeah,
To be entertained by people that want to believe what they want to believe.
and normally it's like you need a preliminary
No,
hearing for this.
so GV, I'm gonna be the devil's advocate on the sake of the comments.
Like,
Based off, just hear me out, please. Just 30 seconds. Based off of you being trained and protocol and procedures, mind you, they didn't already failed that. Just hear me out. I'm gonna take what the comments said and I'm gonna ask you your personal opinion. From the angle to the video footage versus where they caught him and then all the evidence, I'm going to ask you, do you think, in your opinion, do you think there was a second shooter?
my opinion, I don't think there was a shooter. Period.
Oh, oh, I like this.
That's
Okay,
that's my
would
that's
you,
my opinion.
okay, so the comments asked, did you think there was a second shooter? Now, since you're saying you don't think it's a second shooter, would you explain why?
After he just started back behind the desk, because I will have to go back to the video. I got to go back back to what they presented. It's a lot of stuff that I want to show to allege why I say I don't think there was a shooter. Make sense?
So the defense, the defense asked for this preliminary hearing to be televised, like, because I'm saying it's not common for us to see a preliminary hearing like this. So the defense requested this.
So according to Laura, this defense, they trying to argue the fact that they don't want this televised.
Oh,
Okay, so
So
rewind.
it's live. It's back on.
oh, okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
it is. It is. Okay, so go ahead and play it, and then I'm gonna ask you a question next
All right.
from your training. But I'm gonna wait and play the video, and
Okay.
I'm gonna go on mute.
Well, I'm finna drop everybody on the panel so I can get the YouTube and Rumble back up, picking up the camera footage.
Okay, go
All
ahead.
right.
Go ahead.
All right. Thank y'all. Chelsea, thank you. When I open up the panel, I'll bring y'all back up. Again, like I said, I can be wrong. I can be wrong, y'all. I can be wrong. I'm not afraid to say I'm wrong. Let's get back to it.
I'm sure that states exhibits 16, 16.1, 16.2, and 16.3 were shared. Ms. Hunt.
We have reviewed Exhibit 16 with defense, and it comports with the court's order. At this point, we would like to put Agent Davis back on the stand and continue with displaying that.
Finally.
All right, Agent Davis, if you'd like to come forward, I remind you you're still under oath. If you'd like to have a seat. There should be a water bottle to your left, and after you're situated, if you wouldn't mind adjusting that microphone and bringing it close to you so the record can pick up your testimony. Ms. Hunt, your witness.
And just for the record and the court's benefit, we have made the edits that the court has ordered. We have shown them to defense. Pursuant to the timestamps that the court ordered, we wanted those to be reflected very clearly. So there are sometimes large gaps of just black, empty, silent space. When there are large gaps, we will fast forward. Some of those are short enough that we'll just let it play, if the court is okay with that, with proceeding that way.
Thank you. I appreciate giving a heads up so all parties know what's going on. Thank you, Ms. Hunt.
So at this time, we would move to publish on the monitors State's Exhibit 16.
All right, and to the media, there is a monitor for your benefit right there next
I
to you.
hope so.
For the camera, there is one for that direction as well as for the gallery.
Thank you. Thank you. God damn it. Thank you. Flip that motherfucker around.
This meeting is to use your statement here instead of your testimony at a preliminary hearing. Understand that? Mm-hmm. Okay, so
Wait. Is this the twig guy, Twigs? Somebody help me. Y'all, who is this guy? That's him? Okay. I never seen his face. I just heard his name. So this is the tweet. Okay, cool. Got it. Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
in order to do that, I need to place you under oath and also give you an admonition about false statements, okay? First, you do solemnly swear or affirm that the evidence you shall give in this issue shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
I also need to notify you that you are notified that statements you are about to make may be presented to a magistrate or a judge in lieu of your sworn testimony at a preliminary examination. Any false statement you make and that you do not believe to be true may subject you to criminal punishment as a Class A misdemeanor. You understand that?
Yes.
It potentially could be used as for punishment as a higher offense as obstruction of justice.
Help your career thrive with a program designed for real-world success. Learn more at wgu.edu.
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Okay. Okay, listen. Everybody that's coming in, if this is your first time here, remember, hit that follow button, okay? Number 2, if y'all see me shrink the video down, TikTok do not like us playing pre-recorded videos. They will strike the platform. So sometimes I will make it big and then I'll make it back small. Sometimes I just take it off, but the audio will still play. I'm trying to protect my platform. All right? Thank you for being here.
A federal agreement and a state agreement granting you immunity from prosecution for materials that you discuss now.
Wait a minute. Hold on. You said left my ass off. It was not Twigs. He wasn't even there. Twigs is Robinson's boyfriend. Okay, listen. The medical examiner says she found Twigs' evidence. I mean, his DNA on the black towel that the gun was wrapped in. All right. That's what she said.
Now, do you understand that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. First, we're going to cover some of the things that you've already talked about, but to make it as part of this record. First, what's your name?
Full name with middle name or just first and last?
First and last is fine.
Okay, my name is Lance Twigs.
Do you know Tyler Robinson?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I do.
And this is the same Tyler Robinson that's been charged with the shooting of Charlie Kirk?
Yes.
And would you say when you first met Tyler?
I think it was 2023. I've known him longer than that, though. That was, I think, the first time I met him in person.
Okay. And we just...
Wait a minute. Wait the fuck a minute. We've been messing around since 2023, but I think I met him in person. What the fuck do that mean? Can an expert please help me out in the comments? If I'm 42 years old and I ain't never heard no shit like that a day in my motherfucking life. All right? Listen. We've been fucking around since 2023, but I think I met him in person before then. This shit is already starting off fucked up. All right? Let's continue.
Describe your relationship with Tyler when you first met him anyway.
When I first met him, I didn't know him super well. He was just a new roommate, so I knew he knew my friend group, and I knew he liked playing games, but that's about it when we first, when he first moved in.
Okay. Before we go on, I realized my mic was muted at the outset. Was yours on?
Yeah. Yeah, your microphone, dude.
Okay. I'm going to repeat those admonitions just to make sure we got it recorded. Okay, so again, I placed you under oath. Just to make a record, I'm going to do it again.
This
You
feedback.
solemnly swear that the evidence you shall give in this issue shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
And again, I'm going to give you the false statement admonition.
Sorry, hold on.
Fix your mic.
If they're saying that it's echoing, so
I think this one's mic is on.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, you don't I'll mute my mic. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so we should be good. All right. Is that mic on?
Yes.
Okay, great. All right, okay, sorry.
Now y'all see why I wear headphones, so y'all don't get that feedback. Normally when you don't wear headphones and you try to play the other person's audio too while you're speaking, you'll get that feedback.
Sorry about that interruption. All right, so you said when you first met you were roommates?
Yeah.
Okay. And then at some point, your relationship progressed to something more than just roommates, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
When was that?
I think we started dating 2 or 3 months after he moved in.
Okay. And where did you live at that time?
St. George, in an apartment complex.
And is that apartment the same place you lived when on September 10th?
Yes.
When you lived there with Tyler, were you in the same room? Did you live in the same room or different rooms?
No, separate rooms.
And at that time, let's say September of 2025, what were you doing with your life? Were you working, school?
I was working. I was doing like bathtub and shower repair and stuff in new construction.
Okay. How about Tyler?
I think he was both working. I think he was working for an electrician company then, and he was also in a trade school for being I don't know, higher ranking electrician. I'm not sure how the trade system works for that.
Okay.
But yeah, I think he was both.
What was his typical work day like?
I think he'd leave around 7 generally and get back around 3 to 4, depending on where the job was and how long it was for the day. And then on certain days of the week during school, semesters, he would then later in the day, I think around 5 or 6, go to school. Okay. So, yeah.
Okay. Let's jump to September 10th. Did he spend the night in the apartment the night of September 9th into September 10th?
Into September 10th. Yeah, he did. Yes.
Do you know when he left the apartment on September 10th?
I don't know an exact time. I just know he left early. I heard him leaving, and he just said he had a long drive to work that day, so he was leaving early.
Okay, so early. Any guess as to what when that was?
I don't know. I would have thought it was 5 a.m. because that's when an early work day was for him, but it was probably more like 4.
Okay.
I'm gonna have him spit out his gum just to make sure that
I can do that.
You mind? Make sure right in front of your laptop.
Oh, here you go.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so what time did you get up on September 10th?
Probably 12 to 1 p.m.
You didn't have to work that day?
No.
And did you hear from Tyler? Did he call or text you before then?
No, he sent that message in the group chat I mentioned, but he didn't message me directly at all that day.
Okay. When did you first hear from him on September 10th?
It was at 11 o'clock with that, like, automated message.
Okay, 11 p.m.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, y'all. I ain't no damn fool here. Why they getting this shit together? I'm not a fool. I got brains. Something is. I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna shut the fuck up. Yes, this is live.
What about
Ari?
He asks you here, remember how I was engraving bullets? Was he engraving bullets before this?
Yeah, I don't remember exactly when, but he had said he was planning to go hunting with his family. And he asked me for if we had a Dremel because he said he wanted to engrave messages on bullets. And I just told him where our Dremel was and told him to make sure he doesn't set off a bullet on accident in the house. But I didn't really think about it until then.
How long before September 10th was this that he asked about the Dremel?
I don't remember because he'd been talking about the hunting/camping trip for a couple months, but I don't remember when he was specifically asking to engrave the bullets. So
are we talking like a year before?
Oh no, not that long. It would have been I'd say at most a month before this was when he was asking.
Okay. Okay. All right. You talked about the note that he left. I want to bring this up, and I should say that these text messages that we've been looking at here are Bates number 54. Okay, the notes have been titled 16.3 with a note, and this is Bates number 58. Do you recognize that on the screen there?
Yeah.
It's nothing here.
What do you recognize it as?
That was the note under his keyboard that he was referring to in the first text of that chain.
Okay, so where did you find this?
On his desk underneath his computer keyboard.
And I assume you read it.
Yeah.
And then what did you do with it after you read it?
I believe I just put it back down on the desk after I took a picture of it.
Okay. And again, the time you read it was probably around 11 o'clock or so on the 10th.
Yes.
The night of September 10th.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And did you ever see that again after you placed it back on his desk?
No, I don't think I did.
And that was a desk in his bedroom?
Yes.
And that's a separate bedroom than your bedroom?
Yeah.
And now I want to go to what's been titled 16.2. And do you recognize this series of messages here?
We can't see nothing.
Yeah, that was the server of his friend that I was mentioning.
Okay, and this is your phone again?
Yeah.
And I'm assuming you recognize it because the big crack up at the top.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is a server. Is this Discord?
Yeah, this is Discord.
And who are members of this server? I don't want names, just generally. Who are these people? Members of
this is his friend group. They played D&D together every week.
Okay. And I just want to scroll through this to make sure that you get a chance to take a look at it. Go to the next page.
Mm-hmm. Or yes.
I'm assuming, okay? I'm assuming this is what they were arguing about since yesterday. What should be played, what should be redacted, what should be taken out. Because remember, they argued that for like 3.5 hours on yesterday. Then they opened up this hearing today, still discussing this matter. All right, so that's what I'm assuming. Okay, this is why the screen is blank.
So Tyler Icom, who's that?
That's Tyler Robinson.
And these other people are just others that are members of the server.
Yes.
Jug, Barnaby, Marina, DM.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, like DM means Dungeon Master. So these are like, most of them are names they're using in the game they're playing currently.
Got it. Yeah, it looks like the last text from Tyler looks like it's 8 p.m. And do you know what day this would have been? 8 p.m. on the 10th or the 11th?
I would think that would be the 11th. Because at least I think so, because I don't think on the 10th that he messaged anyone before me at like 11. So.
And he turned himself in on the 11th, right?
I thought so, yeah.
We're just going to go through this so that we have a record of the messages. Is that an accurate recording of that thread?
To my knowledge, yes.
And that was sent, looks like between September 10th and September 12th. Looks like the last day on this is September 12th. Screen?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so again, those messages covered from September 10th to the evening of September 11th. Now, September 11th, what time did you see Tyler on September 11th?
Yes.
When did you first see him on September 11th? So this is the day after the shooting.
Yeah, I saw him when I woke up. Like I said, he was up and around doing a lot of stuff around the house. And then I think I saw him after that message where I said I'll come home and say I'm doing laundry, because I didn't want him going to my parents' house right then when he said there was probably cops outside. So I went back home, and it was just him there, and I said bye to him, and then he drove off. So I just went back to my parents' house.
So he acted erratically. Was he pacing? Was he just sitting down, relaxing?
No, he was walking around a lot.
Right, and that's within the home.
Mm-hmm.
And did he talk about what he had done?
Didn't go into detail. I just asked him in person if what he said was true the night before, and he said it was. I started crying a little bit and said he wishes he hadn't done it, and then kept going around and just doing stuff, I think, to keep himself busy or distracted or something.
Okay. Did he talk about what he was going to do next?
And then eventually said that he would talk to his parents or turn himself over.
Okay. And when you left, was that how you left, understanding that he was going to turn himself in or go to his parents' house?
Yeah, and I didn't really want to be at our apartment while any of that was happening, regardless of what went down.
Okay. Okay, before he came home, had you seen the press releases, any of the media on this?
I'd seen one Instagram like link a friend of mine had sent in our group chat, but I hadn't really looked into it at all.
And had you seen the images that were released of the suspect?
I did the next day. I don't think I saw any on the 10th.
I'm going to show you a couple of those images. Okay, I'm on the FBI's website. You can see the URL there at the top. This is some press release about this event. And here on the screen, you see these, looks like there's 2 rows of 3 images.
Mm-hmm.
Do you recognize the person in these images?
I wouldn't say it with 100% certainty just because of camera quality, but that looks like him in terms of the shoes he's wearing, the sunglasses. I don't think I'd specifically seen him wearing that hat, but he was usually wearing a hat, and then jeans. So it definitely, especially the bottom, the last 2, definitely do look like him.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, boy. You get your goddamn ugly ass.
I guess the reason why you couldn't recognize him, now I'm about to go to hell for this one. He probably don't recognize him because he's always looking at the backside of him. He didn't recognize that. GV, shut up. Shut up, GV. Shut up. Oh, that's where he look around. Oh, that's how he look in the face. Oh, shit. Oh, damn. I'm just so, it's always the other way around. I mean, just GV, shut up. I mean, it looked like him. I mean, oh, that's what he looked like. Damn, he looked good. He looked better than I thought. Shit, I mean. Yep, I'm going to hell. Yep. Listen, I've been behaving the whole damn live, so don't get mad at me, okay? Don't get mad at me. I've been behaving. Say what you want about me. I have a GED. All right? Blame it on that.
Oh, they do look like Tyler Robinson.
And you talked about that with your friends, right? This is like him.
Yeah, his friends. Yeah, I don't know if I talked. I don't remember if I talked about it with any of my friends. And then since I didn't have my phone after that for a while, and I still am not using social media, I don't know on my friends' end.
Okay. All right, I want to back up a little bit now. We've talked about September 10th, but let me get a little bit of context here. So, did you game with Tyler?
Yeah.
What kind of games?
I bet you they played a lot of games. Yeah. Let's see who could find a hole in the wall. Listen, if y'all want to report my platform, that's fine. You have every right to. It's okay. I'm going to deny everything I've said, okay? Play games like peekaboo, you know what I mean? See who can find, you know, How many popsicle sticks can you find inside of this room? The games are diabolical. What you
We played some just kind of party games together, like anything that would be multiplayer with a group of friends. There was one game he really liked called Sea of Thieves, where you play as like a pirate, and you can fight against people, but most of it's just like fishing, fighting.
Like pirates got like swords and hooks, right? Like just like sword of the enemies. I can't even get it out. I'm sorry.
Sharks, skeletons, kind of stuff.
I'm sorry.
We played some co-op games where it's like you both have to work together to win in whatever way. Way back when I was just out of high school, when I first knew him online, we played some like shooting games together, but I didn't know him very well, so that was just when we had like a whole friend group on to play, and he was someone that my friends invited.
Okay. Did you and he ever talk about politics?
He did more than me. I don't really keep up with politics very much.
How's this relevant?
He'd usually talk about stuff he heard on the radio on his drive to work in like their work car, since it sounds like their whole crew went in the same car most of the time. But I wouldn't say super consistently, because it wasn't a topic I really contributed much on.
What about Charlie Kirk? Did he ever talk about Charlie Kirk?
I personally had never heard him talk about Charlie Kirk before specifically.
Okay. How about political issues? So did you ever talk about gender identity issues and LGBTQ rights?
No, not really. Usually if he did talk about politics stuff, it was relating to Trump or current like policies being like issued or voted on, I think. But yeah.
Okay, so before that you have been?
For a short time, yes.
Okay. And I understand you're going by Luna at some point?
To some people, yeah, but not as an overall thing.
Sure. Okay. Okay. I think that's all the questions I have for this portion. Let me check and see if I've missed anything. The Dremel that you talked about.
I started running my home garage because the workwear industry wasn't working for my buddies in the trades. We're building something better.
We are home to the curious, the problem solvers, the ones who say, why not? ASU has been ranked #1 for innovation. Again,
I can't even
the
do
only
it,
school
Pete.
to hold the top spot.
Tools for household stuff.
It's here trying to use the damn bathroom, these damn commercials. I ain't paying for shit. Fuck that YouTube Premium.
Or like lower basement level pantry. So yeah.
Okay. And did you give that to him or tell him where it was?
I just told him where it was, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and end the recording for the 1102 purposes.
concludes State's Exhibit 16. Ms. Hunt.
Thank you, Judge. Agent Davis, I asked you yesterday, but I want to remind the court and those present. Were you physically present at the interview we just watched in State's Exhibit 16?
Yes, I was there.
And aside from the court-ordered redactions, did it appear to you to be fair and accurate about what you remember that interview that day?
Yes, yes, I do.
During that interview, did Mr. Twiggs, was he shown or referenced certain items of evidence?
Yes, he was.
What types of items of evidence was he shown?
It was the text messages between himself and Tyler Robinson, a Discord chat messages, and a handwritten note.
And then we also saw in the video, he was also shown the FBI press release photos of the potential suspect.
That's correct, yes.
Have you reviewed all of those items as part of the investigation?
Yes, I have.
You're familiar with them?
Yes.
All right, I want to put just on the witness's screen what's been marked for identification as State's Exhibit 16.1. And for the record, this includes the edit that the one edit that the court has previously ordered.
Thank you.
Let me know when you see that on your screen.
I see it. I see it now.
Do you recognize this?
Yes, I do.
What is it?
This is a photograph of screenshots of text messages between Tyler Robinson and Lance Twiggs. This is a photograph of Lance's phone.
So sorry, you said photograph, you also said screenshot. Can you differentiate or clarify there?
Sorry. These are photographs directly from Lance's phone.
How do you know that?
In Lance's first interview, he's showing the FBI agents these text messages, describes them to the agents, and at that time, his phone was photographed.
And you testified, I believe yesterday, that Mr. Twiggs' first interview was the morning of September 12th, 2025. Is that correct?
That's correct, yes.
Were you physically present at that interview?
No, I was not there.
Have you spoken with the officers or agents that were?
Yes, I've spoken to one of those agents that was there.
And you stated that first September 12th interview of Mr. Twiggs was recorded?
Yes, audio, video recorded.
Have you reviewed that recording?
Yes, I have.
So you stated that we're looking in State's Exhibit 16.1 at a picture of Mr. Twiggs' phone.
Yes.
Do you know who took these photos?
Yes, it was Agent Larson with FBI.
Did you speak with Agent Larson and confirm that?
I did.
And you kind of made reference to this already, but how did Mr. Twiggs initially show law enforcement the relevant text messages?
Yeah, during that first interview on September 12th, he shows them the phone and then allows them to photograph the phone.
And does he identify it as his phone in that interview?
Yes, he does.
Does he refer to any particular features of the phone that allows him to make that identification?
I believe the second interview, he refers to the large crack in the upper left screen. So he identifies that in his second interview that was given on April 20th.
And according to your review of the recording of his first interview and in speaking with the agents that were there, did he have his personal phone with him at the time of the September 12th interview?
Yes, he did.
And was this same text thread that we're seeing in State's Exhibit 16.1 shown to him during his second interview sorry, let me get the date right, April 20th, 2026 at the Utah County Attorney's Office that we just observed part of in State's Exhibit 16?
Yes, it was shown to him.
Was he asked how Tyler Robinson is saved in his phone, like as a contact?
Yeah, just as Tyler.
Without saying it, obviously, did he identify Tyler Robinson's phone number?
Yes, he did.
Did you check the number that Mr. Twiggs gave as Tyler Robinson's phone number against law enforcement records?
Yes, I did.
And do they match?
Yes, they match.
Is States Exhibit 16.1 a fair and accurate representation of the text thread between, or the relevant text thread between Mr. Twiggs and Mr. Robinson?
Yes, it is.
As part of the investigation, was a Cellbrite extraction performed on Mr. Twiggs' phone?
Yes, it was.
Did you personally review that extraction?
Yes, I have.
And according to that extraction, did Mr. Robinson and Mr. Twiggs exchange text messages on September 10th through 11th, 2025?
Yes, they did.
What time was that first text sent according to the Cellbrite extraction?
The first text was September 10th at 11 p.m.
All right, Judge, I would move to admit States Exhibit 16.1, and then pursuant to court order, I would move to publish it to the monitors.
Mr. Novak.
We have no further objections beyond those that the court, of course, is very familiar with at this point in time.
All right, I'll note the standing objections made by defense. Those objections are overruled. This 16.1 is admitted into evidence and may be published to the gallery as well as electronically distributed through the camera.
All right, Agent, I'm not going to go through every single message, but I do want to have you read aloud certain portions of them. And I apologize to counsel, these are not actually given a page number. I have page numbers, but I'm happy to confer that we're on the same page as we go. So here we're looking at page 1 of States Exhibit 16.1. If you could read a little more than halfway down where it begins Wednesday, 11 p.m., will you start reading underneath that?
Yes. So this would have been from Tyler. It says, drop what you're doing, look under your keyboard.
And I apologize, let me stop you there. How do you know that that message would have been from Tyler Robinson?
That's just, so any of the messages in gray would be from Tyler, and messages in blue would be from Lance. It's just the way the iPhone distinguishes the messages. And also Lance in his interview also acknowledges that, who was saying what.
And up at the top, who do we see that this thread is between?
Tyler.
All right, sorry to interrupt you. So read that again, starting from look under the keyboard.
So after that, then Lance responds, he says, what? And then he says, you're joking, right? And then Tyler says, fuck, I tried to delete that.
If we could scroll down to page 2. And if you can continue reading along.
Okay. And Tyler says, I'm still okay, my love, but I'm stuck in Orem for a little while longer yet. Shouldn't be long until I can come home, but gotta grab my rifle still. To be honest, I had hoped to keep this secret till I died of old age. I am sorry to involve you. And then Lance replies, you weren't the one who did it, right? And Tyler says, I am, I'm sorry. Lance says, I thought they caught the person. And then Tyler says, no, they grabbed some crazy old dude and interrogated someone in similar clothing. I had planned to grab my rifle from the drop point shortly after, but most of that side of town got locked down. It's quiet, almost enough to get out, but there's one vehicle lingering.
If we could scroll down to page 3. Continue reading.
Lance says, why? And Tyler says, why did I do it? And Lance says, yeah. Tyler says, I had enough of his hatred. Some hate can't be negotiated out. If I'm able to grab my rifle unseen, I will have left no evidence. Going to attempt to retrieve it again. Hopefully they have moved on. I haven't seen anything in the news about them finding it. We'll update you shortly. or Charlie, we'll update you by midnight. And then Lance says, all right, stay safe. How long have you been planning this?
Scroll down a little bit, please, Kimberly.
And Tyler replies, a bit over a week, I believe. I can get close to it, but there is a squad car parked right by it. I think they already swept that spot, but I don't want to chance it.
Y'all can call me whatever you want to call me. You can delete me as a friend on social media. You can unfollow me. I don't care. I'm not a fool. I'm not a damn fool, y'all. Listening to the verbiage on these text messages sent from Tyler, quote unquote, doesn't sound like a regular civilian. Again, I could be wrong. But I'm far from dumb. I'm very far from dumb. I feel like that these people are insulting my intelligence, and I know it's millions of other people that's watching this same thing that I'm watching and probably feeling the same way. Again, I could be wrong.
You can scroll down to page 4 and continue reading about halfway down. I'll stop you about halfway down.
This is while they were a spot, but I don't want to chance it while they were parked there. If they'd found it, I imagine there would be more commotion. Again, I'm sorry for roping you into all of this. You shouldn't have to worry about this. And Lance replies, does anyone else know? Tyler says, not to my knowledge.
All right, I'll stop you there. Let's move to page 5. So this should be page 4, so just scroll down 1, please, Kimberly. And if you could read starting, sorry, Kimberly, scroll a bit more down. If you could read, I don't know, about a 1/3 of the way up that starts with guess.
Okay. Tyler says, guess I'm just sitting in my car watching reels for another hour, hoping this guy fucks off.
And continue.
And Lance says, are you okay still? And Tyler says, yes, check and spot again now. Will.
Sorry, now we're on page 6. Continue reading.
We'll update soon. He continues, the squad car was moved further away enough that I should be able to move in. I backed off because I thought I heard footsteps, maybe a foot patrol, but the crickets here are so fucking loud. Gonna see if the road closer to campus is open so I can drive past and check shit out. Probably still closed off though. Getting worried, hard to know for sure, but I'm not finding my rifle. Could be in the wrong spot. Lance says, do you think they found it? And Tyler says, dunno, they haven't published anything if they have. And then Lance says, why did you leave it behind?
Oh, sorry, Kimberly, if you could scroll down.
Originally. Also, does it have a serial number?
We could scroll to page 7. And I'll continue reading. I'll stop you on this page in a little bit.
Okay. So Tyler continues, IDEK, if I had a serial number, but it wouldn't trace to me, I worry about prints. I had to leave it in a bush where I changed outfits, didn't have the ability or time to bring it with.
And stop there, please. And then if we could go to the next page, page 8. And if you could start at the top.
Okay, so Lance says, was your change of clothes there or was that also gone? Or did you bring those with you originally? Anyway, you could replace the gun or would he notice? And then Tyler says, only thing I left was the
Okay, listen, TikTok. I think we got a little relaxed. Okay, they just restricted the live, so I'm going to have to do a restart. All right, a lot of stuff slowed down. That's the message I was reading on my screen. So I got to restart the platform. All right. So listen, if you have not followed the platform, just go ahead and hit that follow button right now. It's going to be a quick restart. Okay. I paused the video, so don't worry about it. Hit the follow button and let me just restart. Okay. Give me about 20 to 30 seconds. All right. Damn. I hate doing that shit. Damn. When I tell y'all I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Again, YouTube and Rumble, y'all, thank y'all so much for being here. And I'm doing this for replay purposes.
Aloe vera, butter pecan, Ronnie Webb, Danger Bun, and Loretta Von Lux. Everybody, everybody sing it loud. Everybody sing it loud. Everybody sing it loud. Great vibes on 10. Everybody sing it loud. Great. Yeah. The van keeps rolling, got the team all set. Chasing down the facts on the internet. Everybody talking, everybody got a claim. But we pull up looking deeper than the fame. Candy cane swinging that candy cane high. Walking through the chaos with a sparkle in the eye. Sweet on the surface, but she call out a lie. Got receipts in the pocket, watch the stories all collide. Must be clean in the middle with the game plan tight. Keeping everybody focused when it turns into a fight. Great vibes on 10, that's the motto every night. Bringing calm to the madness underneath the spotlight. Great vibes on 10.
For the win, let the celebration begin.
True squad rolling and we're doing it again.
Hands up high, let the disco ball spin.
Great vibes on 10. Great vibes on 10. For the win, candy cane, aloe vera, butter pecan in the mix. Ronnie Wet,
Danger Bun,
and Loretta, dropping hits. Great vibes on 10. Yeah, we turning up the room. Scammers get nervous when they hear we're coming soon.
great vibes on 10.
For the win,
That's the slogan we defend. Truth over fiction, and we're riding to the end.
aloe vera cool. When the drama gets hot, smooth like a breeze when the rumors get caught. Everybody panicking, everybody losing track. She brings the conversation right back to the facts. Butter pecan steady, never rushing the case. Looking at the details, everybody misplaced. Quiet with the wisdom, always keeping the pace. Then she drops one question and it changes the whole race. Ronnie Wet, riding through the storm with style. Got a sharp intuition and a confident smile. People tell stories, she can listen for a while. Then she finds the missing pieces hidden under every pile. Got Loretta Von Lux. Now Loretta Von Lux. Walking in designer flair. Gold hoops in her ears and highlights in her hair. Luxury coat swinging while she surveys the scene. Spot a fake story quicker than you ever seen. Tiny little diva, but her instincts are elite. She can sniff out contradictions from a mile down the street. Gucci on the shoulders, confidence on max. While she's quietly collecting every piece of every fact. She don't gotta shout, she don't gotta bark. One look from Loretta and she's already found the mark. When the scammers start sweating and the stories don't match, Loretta's already smiling cause she solved another catch. Lights flat,
Crowd jump,
music hitting hard.
truth hunters,
Fact checkers never dropping guard.
everybody dancing while we're putting clues together. Searching through the nonsense, no matter what the weather.
Danger bun. Hopping through the comments every day. Little bunny energy, but she's leading the way. Hashtag save the bunnies, yeah, you know what she'll say. Then she'll uncover 3 mysteries before the end of the day. Curly is bouncing, got determination strong. When the trail gets complicated, she keeps moving along. People think it's funny till she proves the rumor wrong. Then the whole room singing to the Danger Bun song.
Great vibes on 10.
For the win, let the celebration begin.
True squad rolling and we're doing it again.
Hands up high, let the disco ball spin.
Great vibes on 10. Great vibes on 10. Mr. Clee holding center, keeping everything alive. Candy cane and aloe vera, always searching what they'll find. Butter pecan, Ronnie Wet, Danger Bun on the run. Loretta Von Lux in designer shades, making fact, checking fun. Great vibes on 10.
True squad to the end. Searching through the fiction, letting real stories win.
Great vibes on 10.
For the win,
That's the slogan we defend.
truth over fiction, and we're riding to the end.
The van keeps rolling, the music keeps glowing, the truth keeps showing. True squad moving. Mr. Clean, Candy Cane, aloe vera, heart of pecan. Ronnie Wet, Danger Bun, Loretta Von Lux.
I want to know what type of games they were playing. All right, y'all, we back. All right. Again, shout outs to Alavera. Thank you so much for putting that masterpiece together for your boy. Appreciate that. All right, y'all, can we behave this time? Can we hit that daily live goal, please? Can we help your boy out so we won't have to restart the platform again? Talking about they playing all these damn games and shit and sword fights and how to be a dragon and hole in a wall and shit. Thank you, Yvonne. Thank you so much. Tennessee girl. Thank you so much. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Y'all understand the assignment. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Let's get back to this crazy ass video. I'm just saying they said sword fights. I mean, what else you want me to say? B.A. Lacey, I mean, the hell? Sherry, thank you for the three love you. God damn it, love you too. Let's go.
Rifle wrapped in a towel. I'll bet that canine snake.
Man, shout out to Laura. Thank y'all. Okay, we're here. Man, shout outs to Laura. Shout outs to for throwing that was 2,000 coins right there within itself. Dana, thank you so much. Or Deanna, thank you for your love you. And you listen, everybody, y'all welcome in. Welcome back. Welcome back. Okay. Thank y'all for helping out the platform. Thank you. All right. Now he's finna talk about the black ass towel on the rifle. It's always somebody black. It's always black gotta be involved. Just couldn't leave that out.
Little snitching bastard. Replace it unlocked.
Listen, like who's going to describe in detail in text messages about the unalive? Like really, this is. Thank you. I thought it was just me. Like I really thought it was just me. That's why. That's the line. Is how you doing, sweetheart? I really thought it was just me. Thank you. Thank you. Normally that doesn't happen in a normal murder case. Just saying, we could be wrong.
Likely, I don't fully know what the gun was because it was old as shit and Gramps did some modifying. There was a 4-digit serial on it. God only knows who it's registered to. Hopefully some dead guy who gave it to Grandpa. And he continues, remember how I was engraving bullets? The fucking messages are mostly a big meme. If I see notices bulge UWU on Fox News, I might have a stroke.
And then continue. I'll stop you in a moment.
He says, all right, I'm going to have to leave it. That really fucking sucks.
And let me stop you there.
Uh-oh.
And then if we could go on to the next page, page 9. And do you see the first blue message we see on page 9? Can you start there?
Where?
Yes.
Right here?
So Lance says, do you need it for hunting? And Tyler says, no, my dad wanted to use a high caliber for the rifle hunt. Judging from today, I say Gramps' gun does just fine. IDK. I think that was a 2K scope. Lance says, geez. And then Tyler says, OMW home 3.5 hours. Lance says, drive safe. And then Tyler says, delete this exchange.
And I'll stop you right there. And then, sorry, we're on page 9. If we can scroll to page 15.
I don't give a damn. You can't
And
fool
then
me.
the
Can't
second
fool me at all.
grade message
You can't fool
on
me.
page 15, if you could start there.
Thank you, Delina. Said thank you,
So
Laura.
this is Tyler. I'm going to turn myself in willingly. One of my neighbors here is a deputy for the sheriff. We hope to keep things sort of quiet here.
And then I'll stop you there. Okay. And we can remove the exhibit from the screen. Thank you, Kimberly. We mentioned a Cellbrite extraction of Mr. Twig's phone. Do you know what time that last text was sent?
Yeah, I recall it was just before 8 p.m. on September 11th. It was, I think, 7:42 p.m. is my recollection.
I'm sorry, September 11th?
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Alex.
Would September 12th make sense, or you're saying September 11th?
So
let me ask you a question here. You said, do you still say he didn't do it? No, I stand on what I said. One thing about me, I don't move around. If I look at something and my intuition is telling me something and I'm looking at it and some shit don't make sense to me. Again, I'm not here to persuade anyone. That's not what I do here. This is just me. This right here, based on my background, I ain't never seen a message like this, where it's that detailed like that after an unaliving was committed. I'm sorry, it's just me. I still stand 10 toes down. I don't believe Mr. Robeson took that shot. That's just me. That's what makes me different from everybody else. Again, it's again the if this do go to trial, they may show something different that probably can convince me otherwise. But with the totality of everything that have been shown so far, again, I don't see it. That's just me, not you.
September 11th was when he turned himself in.
Okay.
It was September 11th. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Yep.
All right, I'm going to show just for the witness, States Exhibit 16.2. Let me know when you see that.
Okay, I see it.
Do you recognize this?
I do. Yep.
What is it?
This is just more photos of Lance's phone. And
How
these
do you-
are these are the sorry, how to bring sorry, go with your question, please.
I'm just asking what it is. So you said it's a photo of Lance's phone. Do you know if that's from the same time period as the exhibit we just looked at?
Yes.
And what is it of?
These are the Discord messages that Lance had talked about.
How do you know that?
So Lance, in the first...
We created a cocktail that requires 7 unique.
And then these images are shown to Lance during a second interview, and he confirms that these are those same messages, and this is photos of Lance's phone.
You mentioned an Agent Larson took the photos. Do you know if he's the same agent that took the photos of this exhibit, 16.2?
Yes, same agent.
And you spoke with him to confirm that?
Yes, I did.
Are you aware if Mr. Twiggs is actually part of this Discord thread?
Yes, he is a part of it. He doesn't, in this section, he doesn't reply to it, but he does state in his statement that he was part of that thread.
Does he identify whether Mr. Robinson is part of that thread?
He does.
And when did that happen?
He identifies that in his first interview with the 2 FBI agents, and then he again confirms that in his second interview.
Did Mr. Twiggs say what username on Discord Mr. Robinson used, at least with respect to this thread?
Yes, it's the Tyler/Icum, IKUM.
And is Exhibit 16.2 a fair and accurate representation of that Discord thread?
Yes, it is.
Did law enforcement send, as part of your investigation, did law enforcement send a subpoena to Discord?
Yes, they did.
Were these messages recovered via that subpoena?
They were.
Did you review that?
Yes, I did.
And in State's Exhibit 16.2 that is before you, when is the first message from Tyler sent?
7:57 p.m.
And it says yesterday. Do you have any knowledge of what day that would have been?
Yes, this would have been September 11th.
So Tyler sends the first message that you're seeing on Exhibit 16.2, September 11th at 7:57 p.m.
Yes, that's correct.
You testified earlier that Mr. Robinson arrived at the Washington County Sheriff's Office approximately at 9 p.m. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
And although you weren't physically present there yet because you were flying down, how do you know that he arrived approximately around 9 p.m.?
Just based on the police reports I reviewed and then go back and look at the video and such.
Judge, the state moves to admit State's Exhibit 16.2 and publish it pursuant to court order.
Mr. Novak.
Thank you, Aaron. We've already lodged all of our objections on all three phases.
All right. Noting the objections, standing objections by defense. State's Exhibit 16.2 is admitted into evidence and may be published only in the gallery, not for distribution on electronic media.
So we just going to sit here and you say if you look at the pictures of him prior to the pew pew, it was definitely him on the stairs. But does that prove anything? And that's what a lot of people are trying to argue. Well, it was him on the stairs. It was him walking around. He drove up on the campus. He was limping walking on the stairs. But when it comes to the video of him on the roof, it doesn't show him. You can't see a clear picture of him. What you say it doesn't matter where he was. He did not pew pew Charlie Kirk. You said, I'm sure the bearer of the pew pew was down his pants leg and stock everywhere else in his backpack. Done. Now we are just making assumptions. Because again, we don't know. And just for everybody that's coming in, the video is that they cut the sound off for right now. Now, if they was on break, I think they're speaking of something. They was on break, they'll put up. There they go.
Do you recognize this?
I do.
What is this?
This is a handwritten note or letter from Tyler to Lance.
How do you know that?
In Lance's first interview with FBI, he tells them about this letter note he found under Tyler's keyboard per a text message he received. He states from 11 p.m. on September 10th. And so at that point, Lance finds this is the letter he finds under that keyboard.
Okay, so to clarify, Mr. Twiggs gets a text from Mr. Robinson around 11 p.m. on September 10th, telling him to look under his keyboard.
Yes, correct.
And this is what Mr. Twiggs represented was underneath the keyboard.
Yes, yes.
How did law enforcement get this photograph?
So following Lance's first interview at St. George PD, his phone is recovered at that point, taken into evidence. It is downloaded, I believe it was the following day or shortly after that. The FBI transported that phone to the RCFL, which is the Regional Computer Forensic Laboratory in Salt Lake City. The phone was downloaded through Celebrite, and after that, following that download was complete, SBI received a flash drive containing that download. From there, it went to a SIAC analyst to go through that data of his phone to look for any pertinent evidence or information that may be on there. And at that point, that this image of this letter was located.
All right, I'm going to break down a few things. You mentioned, I just want to make sure the record's clear. You mentioned Celebrite a few times. What is Celebrite?
It's a downloading software that's commonly used by law enforcement. I don't do that myself, but it's commonly used to recover data, to download electronic devices, particularly cell phones.
And then you mentioned SIAC. What does that mean?
It's the Statewide Information Analysis Center. It's a division within DPS. That's a fusion center. They assist law enforcement with intelligence, various intelligence information for our investigations.
You mentioned that you don't personally do Celebrite phone extractions. Have you spoken to the law enforcement officers that performed the Celebrite extraction on Mr. Twiggs' phone in this case?
I don't believe I specifically talked to those individuals, the RCFL, that did that. But they, yeah, that was then provided to SBI.
Did you speak with officers at SBI that have recovered this photo that we're seeing in State's Exhibit 16.3?
Yes, I've spoken to, I have spoken with the SIAC analyst who in particular found this image. I've spoken to her personally as well.
Was Mr. Twiggs shown what's been marked as State's Exhibit 16.3 during his second interview?
Yes, he was.
And again, you were present for that?
Yes, I was there.
Is Exhibit 16.3 a fair and accurate representation of the photo law enforcement obtained from Mr. Twiggs' phone and that he was subsequently shown in the second interview?
Yes, it's fair and accurate.
Your Honor, the state would move to admit Exhibit 16.3 and then also publish pursuant to court order.
Mr. Novak.
Just noting the objections that have previously been made, and I think that the court's order is that it may be published in the courtroom only.
Thank you. Noting the standing objection by defense, 16.3, correct?
Correct.
Is admitted into evidence and may be published only in the courtroom and not be shown or videoed.
Well, there it is. They cut out the audio, and there it is. You say if you rewatch the video, you could definitely see why it could be him on the roof. You said, and that does not look like Lance, but it's been a while. That was my first time seeing him. I mean, we could zoom in, Laura. When they take a break here shortly, I could pull up the video and I could zoom it in. But I'm telling you, it's like they released the only video camera furthest away from this alleged Tyler running across the roof. It's like they found the furthest camera, like nothing up close. Again, like I said 2 days ago, you cannot tell me there's no cameras anywhere on that courtyard. Again, that's just me. I don't go there.
I do.
What is it?
These are the images that the FBI released to the public.
Hey, Sullivan.
On September 11th, when those were released. And this was, yeah, those were those images that went public of the suspected EVU shooting suspect.
How do you know that?
I've viewed the FBI's website, and I recall seeing these images released on September 11th.
Does States Exhibit 16.4, is that a fair and accurate representation of what you reviewed from the FBI and that the FBI released?
Yes, it is.
The state moves to admit Exhibit 16.4 and publish according to court order.
Mr. Novak.
No further objections, thank you.
All right, noting the standing objection by defense, overruling that objection, States Exhibit 16.4 is admitted into evidence and may be published in the courtroom.
And again, in the Discord,
While they doing their little talking, their little speaking, again, I'm gonna let's do this.
Thank you for the participation. Court is now in session.
All right. You said show the video of him climbing off. No problem. Okay. Got you. I just got your message. Okay. Watch this. Again, y'all, for everybody that's coming in, they muted the audio in the courtroom. Right now, we're just looking at the videos. Okay. All right. So again, here we go. And again, thank you for sending me these videos. Thank you, sweetheart. If they're going if they going to use that to prove that was Tyler on that roof, Our government should be ashamed of themselves. They you cannot identify the person in those videos at all. If I was the judge, man, get that bullshit out of my courtroom. I'll say it just like that. Mary, thank you. I sure was dozing off. Man, get that shit out of my courtroom. You say he had the same shirt on. Anybody can have the same shirt on. Do you know how many stores out here? Walmart sell the same shirts. You can go in Walmart and buy a shirt, and I could buy the same exact shirt. You see where I'm going with that? And again, I'm not trying to discredit anyone. Again, everybody's statement is valid. Listen, this is a sensitive topic. I get it. Again, I'm not trying to be, you know, again, I'm not here to persuade anyone. This is just me. You know, I don't care how people feel about this. I'm going off what they gave the public, what they showed in the courtroom. We looking at the same shit. You going to tell me you're going to use this video to prove that this young man unalived Charlie Kirk? Because the messages, the Discord messages, all that shit is suspect anyway. But again, I could be wrong, y'all. I could be wrong. I'm not afraid to be wrong. I should have blew that motherfucker up. I can't stand TikTok. Y'all had me, God damn it. When I listen, so when I put the video up there and I blew it up for TikTok, tell me why it says your live is restricted in the FYP and search results due to low quality content such as black, blank, or blurry screen. Y'all, they are really messing with my platform today. So again, y'all, I'm sorry, y'all. Your boys Great Vibes have to restart the platform. Just TikTok only. If you, you say even TikTok don't like low quality videos, they don't. Real quick, if you see a follow button, hit that follow button right now. Give me 30 seconds. I need all of y'all come right back. Hit the follow button. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This shit right here, boy. This shit right here, man. Y'all, this shit right here don't make no damn sense. This shit right here don't make no damn sense. I'm telling you. It don't make any sense. And and I think I should be proud of myself that I'm holding it together. Because I ain't gonna hold you. I was dozing off. It's been a long week. It's been a long week. And he's talking, but again, they got it. They got the mics muted, so we can't hear shit.
As it relates to 5.1, the court previously,
All right, I'm waiting for everybody to come back in. Aloe Vera, if you apologize to me one more time, I'm gonna come through this screen and bring you some aloe vera. Okay? Don't do that.
Good afternoon. You know why I pulled you over?
Not really. I was under the limit.
You rolled through a stop sign and...
Wait.
Are you even licensed to drive?
Hard to say.
Hey, don't... Stop the car! Dispatch, suspect vehicle just took off on foot...
Don't be licking your tongue out at me. All right? It was already enough. It was already enough tongue licking and sucking going on already today. I didn't know we was going to talk about this on Thursday. I thought this was going to be the first thing we talk about on Monday. But now they're going to wait till Thursday to talk about how to play Twister Part 3. Yeah, Chris, Thirsty Thursday. Talking about what type of games y'all like to play. The hell? You asked that while I'm sitting here. You said, GB, you know it's Thirsty Thursday. I know. That's when y'all get very mannish in the comments. All right? All right? Yep. Y'all get mannish as hell. But I'm going to take it there with y'all today. You said they make aloe vera juice. I bet you they do. I bet you they do. It was a lot of icicles being held. No, I said manish, not manish. I said manish. See, aloe vera, don't you start that bullshit in my damn chat. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. All right, I'm finna play the video. Don't do that. Because when I get started, I don't know how to stop. And then I get violated by HR. Candy Cane, you said, hold on, I was talking. But y'all be hollering at me, man. God damn. GV, you listening to me? I can't listen. It's a text. It's a text. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. Listen. The court, they're on y'all, they on break right now. They just restricted the live again. I didn't have nothing planned. It wasn't nothing planned. I didn't have nothing going. They just restricted the live. What I'm going to do, listen, this is what I'm going to do. I'll come back 30 minutes before they come off break. I didn't do nothing. Y'all see what I'm talking about? I didn't do nothing. Probably talking about licking ass. That's probably why I got restricted. Because y'all in the comments talking about licking ass. Boy, this live went left. Left, man, left. All right. So I'm finna shut everything down. Y'all, we'll be back in, okay, let's do this. It's 1:46 my time. I'll be back at 2:30 my time, okay? So that gives TikTok, time enough to cool down. So 2:30 we'll be back because we're going to be here at about from 2 to maybe 7, 8 o'clock tonight. All right? So it's 1:46 my time. I'll be back at 2:30. All right? I'll see y'all when I see y'all. All right? Just come back. All right? Thank y'all. Damn.